Hello there guys and welcome to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. This is the very first Assassin's Creed that I've ever played. I'm very impressed with it, so I've now bought all of the other ones. Let's start. Right, I played this game through for about 100 hours as the female character. Then I decided to start over because I'd kind of rushed it a little bit, so I deleted my save, started over, and made a new game with the male character, Alexios. And his voice acting is not very good, and it kind of ruins the game a little bit. The female lead character, the voice acting is so much better. And also, whichever character you pick, the other one does appear in the game, and for that role, the male guy works better. Well, in my opinion. So what I've decided to do is to go back over to Kassandra, the female character, and start again, and share my journey with YouTube. So, I am going to play back from the beginning, but I'm really going to be focusing on just the main mission. So I'm not going to do loads and loads of side quests or things like that, just going to be doing the main missions, but as I do work my way through the game, if I find that I'm falling behind a little bit too much, and the main missions get a little bit too difficult, then off camera I'll just do some boring side quests to level up my character so I'm competitive again. So 160 hours of gameplay in, we're now starting fresh. Now when I first started, I just had the basic game, the base game, that was it, no DLC. But when I did my first restart, I bought the season pass with all the DLC, so I've now got 3 extra abilities. They don't unlock straight away, but they do, I'm not sure what level, maybe around level 20 or so, maybe a little bit sooner than that, I'm not sure, we'll see. But I think one of those abilities is really overpowered and it makes a huge difference to the way that you play the game. So I'll show you what they are when we get inside, but first of all let's delete our save and start again. So here we go, this is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It is a beautiful reconstruction of ancient Greece. So if you've not played it, please enjoy. If you did play it with Alexios, then this is the game through the eyes of Kassandra. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot better because her voice acting is way better than his. Here we go.
We are ready, my king.
Tell me, Vinakis, have you ever gone fishing with your son?
No, never. A soldier's life is all I've had the honor to know.
I would have liked to have gone fishing with my son. But now... let us meet our fate, shall we? Spartans! Every breath that you have taken has led you to this moment. Every drop of blood, sweat, and tear, all of it has led to where you stand right now. The Persians come to make slaves of us all. I have a better idea. I say we drench the gods with their bloods! What say you, Spartans? For our sons! For our daughters! For Sparta!
Xerxes your head!
Xerxes sends his sheep to slaughter. Come, Persian!
I will bring Xerxes your head, you insolent Spartan fool!
Come and get it!
Your bloodline ends today, Spartan! I'll get drunk on your blood as the crows feed on your eyes!
You will try, and you will fail!
Xerxes is the king of kings! All will bow before him after I crush you!
Come, fool! Enough talk! Time to die! My son is more of a warrior than you!
Once I'm done with you, king, all of Sparta's sons will be slaves for Xerxes!
Sparta's sons would rather die!
That can be arranged! Not so tough without your army to protect you!
Then why are you bleeding so much? No match for a Spartan!
We are betrayed, my king. Xerxes knows of the path behind the mountain. They are coming.
By dawn, you will be completely surrounded.
We are Spartans. When are we not?
Spartans. That word will mean nothing when Xerxes wipes your bloodline from the face of...
Well, that certainly told him, didn't it? Lovely.
Today was a day the Persians will never forget. Tomorrow is a day the world will remember.
Sparta! Right, there we go, a little glimpse at the past there.
Finally. Wow, this is big, Layla. Did you really think it's the spear?
This is the one. The book was almost right on top of it. I've never been so lucky in my life. Okay, let's start her up.
Are you sure we can trust this thing? I mean, the book could be...
Just started, Victoria.
You're the boss. I'll prep it for you.
Okay, so worth noting, I've made some changes since you were last in here.
There's no keeping up with the tech industry these days.
I can crank up the simulation to maximum sensory synchronization if you're up for it.
Right guys, I've played the game through on normal, it was too easy, so I increased it to hard. It felt about right. I had a crack on nightmare. It wasn't a nightmare, but I did die quite often and had to redo things. So that's quite a boring video, so I'm going to go for hard. What we want to be doing is treating the game like it's real. So I want to be sneaking around, popping a few people off with my assassination skills in the shadows and hiding their corpses. I don't just want to run in there all guns blazing. So I do want to challenge, but I don't want it to be too difficult. So we're going to go for hard, and if it's a little bit too easy, we'll crank it up to nightmare a little bit later.
Full speed ahead. I want to see everything this baby's got.
Go big or go home. That's what I always say. Let me know if it's too intense for you. I can always change the settings later. This bit will let me know how much information will be fed to you during your time in the Animus.
Right, I've also played both of these modes. Now, if you're on exploration mode, then when you're chatting to people, you kind of have to say, I'm not sure where he lives. And then you get directions to where you've got to go next. And you spend a lot of time just sort of looking around. I mean, they think that that's immersive, and as it says just there, that's the way that you should play the game, but it ain't. It's just frustrating. You just spend a lot of time looking for stuff. Where on guided mode, there's actually a little icon on the map that tells you where to go. Or in some instances, there's a big yellow circle that says you need to go somewhere around here. Then you chuck your pet bird up in the sky and that tells you exactly where to go. So it's quite easy, but we're going to go with guided because exploration mode just takes too much time looking around, and that makes for a boring video. So I want to know where I'm going. So give me all the information you've got, please, Victoria.
Give me as much information as you got. There's no way I'm going in there without some guidance.
Glad to help.
Cheers.
You can always change your mind later.
I probably won't.
Before you go off,
If this book is right, this spear, this story, it will change everything.
you're putting a lot of faith in a fairly unreliable source. Historian or not, this guy wrote about magical objects and the will of the gods.
He's not Homer. Herodotus was the first recorded historian, so there's a lot more truth in that text than you think. I mean, what better way is there of finding Isu artifacts than by trusting in the guy who claimed to meet an actual descendant?
I know, but
I need you to trust me. You could be right. This spear, this book, it could all be crap. But something tells me it isn't, and I'm certainly not gonna let Abstergo find out first.
you're right. We haven't got much to lose anyway. There's just one small problem.
What is it?
This manuscript is in rough condition, to say the least. The DNA found on the spear has identified 2 different individuals. You're going to have to pick which strand of DNA to pursue. The choice is yours.
Right, we are absolutely going with Kassandra. The voiceover, not the voiceover, the voice acting by Alexios, in my opinion, ruins the game. I put 100 hours into Kassandra, switched over to Alexios, put about 60 hours in, and it just wasn't so enjoyable. It's so wooden, and it just ruins the immersive experience. I think her voice acting's a lot better. But having said that, there's a lot of characters that you meet in this game. Phoebe, the little girl, Socrates, and our buddy Marcos, who we're going to meet in just a moment. Those people particularly stand out as excellent voice acting, done so well, really well written roles, really well acted by the voice actors. Whereas Alexios, the main character in the game that most people will pick to play, sounds bloody awful. I don't know what the crack is with that. But yeah, to me, he ruined the game. He really did. Now, whichever one of these you pick, you do meet the other one. They do play a role in the game as well. And the role that they play, I think he plays that role better than she does. So I've been on both sides, and I've seen the NPC character being played by whichever one I didn't pick. And when she's doing it, it's just a little bit shitty compared to when he's doing it. So, as I said at the beginning, for a couple of reasons, I am definitely going with Kassandra. And I tell you what, I'm quite pleased that I've decided to delete the time I've invested in this game and start it again so I can get back to her. Because his wooden acting, especially when you're doing just a little side quest, and he goes,
Yes, I've done that for you already.
it sounds fucking awful. So yeah, I'm glad to be back on Kassandra. So if you play through the game with Alexios, watch this and compare, see what you think. Leave a comment, let me know. Do you think Kassandra's voice acting is better than Alexios? I do. I honestly think he ruins the game. Right, so here we go.
She'll help us find what we're looking for. I have a good feeling about this.
All right, boss. We're finally good to go. 431 BCE, here we come.
Here we come
Start
indeed.
the Peloponnesian War.
Good luck in there. No pressure or anything, but we're all depending on you.
Abstergo isn't gonna win this time. If what the book says is true and we do actually find the artifact, the assassins will finally have a chance to rise again.
You can do it.
Oh, and Victoria, read the book. It holds the secrets I won't be able to find on my own when I'm in there.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Here we go. As I said at the beginning, this is the very first Assassin's Creed game I've ever played. I did have a look at Black Flag for about 30 seconds and then sacked it off. But yeah, this is a truly spectacular game. It really is. Try not to get too sidetracked with all the little side missions, because if you stick to the main story, it's actually a lot better. And the recreation of ancient Greece is just simply beautiful. And we'll be having a look at that quite a lot. We'll be having some nice walking around slowly, admiring the temples and those things, as well as some of the back streets in the cities, because there is such an astonishing amount of attention to detail. But here we go. I'll leave the game to speak for itself.
Nice! Get down here. Cyclops got a message for you.
Tell your boss he can stick it.
That's for last week!
Malaka!
The Cyclops said you like to act tough, so act tough!
Get a little closer, and I will.
You should know by now. The Cyclops always collects his debts. You have a lesson to learn.
If the Cyclops wants to teach me, tell him to come here himself. Last week? This shit happens every week. I can't keep doing this. Nah. Thanks for the warning. Oh.
What happened to you?
It's nothing, Phoebe. All taken care of now.
The Cyclops again, huh? Hasn't he learned his lesson yet?
Apparently not. Of course. Help yourself.
You hungry too, Icarus? Do you think Zeus would bless me with an ego like he blessed you, Kassandra? Maybe you could ask him for me.
I'll try to put in a good word for you.
Finally.
So, what are you doing here?
Oh, I almost forgot. Marcos is looking for you.
What does that weasel want now?
Don't know. He wants you to meet him at his new house. On his vineyard.
What? A vineyard? Malaka.
It's on the road to Sami. He says wine will make him rich.
Since when has he had a vineyard?
Yesterday, I think?
So, Marcos, who owes me drachmi, is buying vineyards. With what money?
I don't know.
Well, I guess I owe Marcos a little visit. Thank you, Phoebe.
I'll go tell Marcos you're coming.
My head.
Right, I have played the game before, so in a lot of situations I'm just simply going to be choosing a different decision to what I chose last time and the time before. You did notice there when I was talking to Phoebe there was a dialogue option that we didn't look at. That basically tells me where he is, just in case I've gone on the exploration mode where I don't get an icon on my compass. But I am going to be choosing most of the dialogue options because I just think the conversations that they have are usually quite good. Now, the one that's in gold will progress you onto the next part of the story. It's kind of like, let's finish chatting and get on with it. But then you miss out on quite a bit, especially a little bit later when you're talking to Socrates and people like that. Some of the stuff they say is really quite interesting. So apart from just getting general directions that we don't need, I will be chatting to people. And when we're in a situation like this where our choice does have a bearing on the future of the game, I've played the game through twice, not all the way through, but quite a bit through, and I've made decisions which have conflicted with my previous decision, especially in a couple of situations where it's quite an important decision, where you allow who could be a main character to live or die, stuff like that. But what I'm going to try and do here is go for alternative options to what I've seen before, but in this instance I'm going to kill these dudes because I know what happens when you do and I know what happens when you don't, so I'm going to kill them. You're dead.
You made a mistake coming here.
Well, you can also see there on the right hand side of the screen
chest.
We've got some bonus stuff. That's because I've got the DLC and all of that. I don't think these have loot, do they? No, they don't. So we're going to pop up here and collect a few things from the chest.
Phoebe slept here again. Poor kid. No place to call home. Let's get this on.
Right, I'll show you what you get when you buy the DLC. There's a weapon, which is pretty good, this. I like this. We can't use it yet because we have to be level 5, but it is quite useful. The sword isn't quite so good, I don't think, but yeah, the spear is really quite good. And you also get, if we pop on over here, you get a suit of armour, which looks nice. I think this one looks better than the other. But it's got pretty good specs, and also with this content, as with everything in the game, as you level up beyond level 5, you can just level up the armour. You just generally need some soft leather, which you can pick up from killing animals. So I'm just going to go in and hover over everything, just to get rid of the alerts, and obviously put on my very basic level 1 armour. Now you can't delete these. You cannot dismantle them or sell them or delete them in any way. They're always there in your inventory, and they are a bit of a pain in the arse. They get in the way. But when you've got your boat, there's kind of like a stash on your boat where you can put stuff. So if you plonk them in there, you've no longer got to deal with them being in your inventory. So that's what I did. When I no longer wanted to use them, I just left them on my boat. I'm probably going to do the same this time as well. What I also want to show you before we move on is the extra skills that you get from the DLC. So there are 3 additional skills. Let's get rid of that. This one is a rapid fire on the bow. That's what it's like the first level. On the second level, it uses slightly less adrenaline per shot, and you can also use special arrows like poison and fire. We've also got this one over here, which I think is a little bit pointless, really. This just makes corpses disappear when you assassinate them, but of course, I kind of think that's a bit cheating. If you leave the corpses on the floor, it's not really a big deal. The other soldiers do notice and they look for you, but it really doesn't matter too much. If you're playing on Nightmare mode, then they do look for you a little bit more vigilantly if they see a corpse, but you just pick it up and you hide it. And I like that. I like that if you kill someone, you've got to hide the body. I don't like if I kill someone, the body automatically just vaporizes into the air. It just doesn't feel right. So to me, that is a little bit of a shitty, pointless skill. But the other one that I'm about to show you, it's really overpowered, and it makes a huge difference to how you play the game. It really does. So this is it. Excuse me. What it does, it uses 1 piece of adrenaline. It attacks with 5 hits, does quite a lot of damage, to be honest, and then it gives you 3 strikes of adrenaline. So you use 1, you get 3 back, and when you level it up, you get 4 back, and I think you might get 5 when you level it up to level 3. I can't quite remember, but it does more damage, you get more adrenaline back. So it means as soon as you're down to 1 level of adrenaline, you use this, and then it's filled back up again. So the way you play the game is completely changed, because conserving your adrenaline is quite an important part of the game, and you start to build your skills around that, so you've always got something decent to battle with. And then this thing comes along and completely changes everything. You get down to 1 segment, you use this skill. I mean, it doesn't take a really long time to recharge anyway, so you can use it, you know, a couple of times, you know, during a decent battle with quite a strong mercenary or something like that. And you very rarely run out of adrenaline when you've got this. And when you've got a couple of the additional perks as well, and you've upgraded your spear quite high, then adrenaline no longer becomes a problem at all. So I think this is really overpowered. It makes a huge difference. So as I say, I began the game, did about 100 hours, then I reset, and it was at that point when I reset when I got the DLC, and these 3 additional skills and the armour and a couple of different skins and things all appeared. And yeah, I don't think they should have done that. I don't think the DLC should give you these extra skills. But I tell you what, as soon as this skill is unlocked, I am going to be using it. You need to be level 16 for this. I've just noticed it tells you there in red. So when we get to level 16, that's going to change the way that we play, because all of a sudden, adrenaline is no longer going to be an issue, because we can just get as much as we want when we want. Now, it's not unlimited, of course, but generally you're not going to run out during a fight. So it does make quite a lot of difference. Right, let's make sure our quest is selected. I believe it probably is. So yeah, we're going to be heading towards Marcus. And so it begins. Right, let's crack on. As I said before, I am going to be ignoring the side missions and all the little niggly things, and I'll be doing those off camera if I need to. Now, also, you kind of activate fast travel places on Assassin's Creed as well. So whenever I enter into a new zone, the first thing I do is look for the fast travel places, go to them, activate them so that I can, fast travel back there later, and also upgrades your bird a little bit so that it can spot things more easily for you. But it's quite boring to watch, so I'm going to be doing stuff like that. I'll just do between videos, just so my character is at a decent level to be cracking on with the main missions for you guys. So we are going to focus just on the main missions, and if I do fall behind a little bit too much, then I'll just do a little bit of grinding off camera so that we're fine. Now, one of the things that Assassin's Creed does that I think is really nice, if you kind of ignore a mission and you come back to it later, the mission will level up with you, and so will the loot that you get from the mission. So it's not like I've missed out these basic missions in this beginner island and now they're all pointless. They do level up, and you can actually set that level as well. You can set it to match you, or it can drop a couple of levels below what you are, or it depends on how you've got your settings. So I like that. I always set them so the lowest mission on the game is at my level. No lower than me, it's at my level. So everything that you do is actually quite difficult, and that makes the game a lot more enjoyable. Anyway, that's enough rambling from me. Let's go and meet the lovely Marcos. I do like him. He's a very, very likeable character. But yeah, the first one of those little fast travel teleporty things is on the top of that statue right up there. So on the top of Zeus, on the lightning that he is holding. There's a temple to Zeus up here, just a really small old one, like a wooden one. It's got quite nice paintings on the inside, so we're going to pop in there and have a little look. And I don't know whether the game uses Dolby Atmos or whether it's just like surround sound. I play with headphones, and when you're walking through the cities, it's very immersive. You really do feel like you're in the game. It sounds like you're in the game. All the sounds are coming from the right places. You can really work out where things are, especially if kind of like someone spots you, like an enemy, and they shout something towards you. With your headphones on, you know exactly where it's coming from, which is really handy. But what we're going to do when we get up here, I think if we go up this way, it'll be a little bit better. And we're going to go to Marcus's, but we're going to go around the back way, because I want to take you into this little temple as we go past. But I'm not sure if this is it. Oh no, it's not. That's just someone's house. Right, we'll carry on around. When you get into the cities, it's so beautiful, the attention to detail. Little broken pots outside of kilns, a little bit of smoke coming off the pots that have just been taken out. It's just beautiful, it really is. Well, we will be taking a nice leisurely stroll around some of those cities to take in all of the sights. But for now, we're just going to climb straight up this wall.
There you are. Let's see what you've gotten yourself into this time.
There we go. This is the lovely Marcus.
Boss, I keep telling you can't do that.
Why? It's my farm. I can plant what I want.
The grapes will die here. All of them.
You have to forget what you know about the past, my friend. Together, we will revolutionize winemaking. Believe me, you will look back on this day and... Kassandra, thank the gods! Phoebe found you in time.
About grapes.
I can still hear you! I was worried sick. The Cyclops sent his scum to find you. I think they mean you harm.
I wish you would have told me that before they hit me. But that's beside the point. You bought a vineyard, Marcos? A vineyard?
Why not? I like wine, you like wine, everybody likes wine. Everybody buys wine. Why not from me?
Yeah, why not indeed?
Because you don't know how to grow grapes or make wine?
I'm a fast learner. You grow grapes on the vine, then you get some wine.
Is that simple, is it?
You know me better than to think I don't have a plan. Marcos always has a plan.
All right. Then do you have the money you owe me?
Do I have the money I owe you? Of course, of course. Well, no, not at the moment.
Then get it.
Instantly, my friend, instantly. But maybe you should do that. There is a merchant in Sami. I'm not very good at these things, as you know.
You want me to collect my own debt?
It's just waiting for you and Sammy, my friend.
Who's the merchant?
Dhuris. You know Dhuris. He's very nice.
Dhuris? Again? Why do you keep lending him money?
He's a loyal friend. I don't want his family to starve.
You're a good friend, but you're bad with money. He'd better have my money, Marcos. I'd hate to have to sell our vineyard.
Of course he will. Oh, after there's another matter I want to discuss with you. After.
Fine, but I'm taking a horse. It's too hot and too long a walk to go on foot.
But...
think of it as interest, Marcos. Everybody benefits.
Of course, my friend. You shall have your pick.
Tell me about this one.
The Skiros. You have an eye for sturdy stock, my friend. That horse can cling to mountain passes like a goat.
The one in the middle. Tell me about it.
Ah, you have picked a beauty, my friend. That horse is from Thessalonia, bred for its courage.
Huh. I like the look of the one on the right.
Ah, the Macedonian. These are bred for battle. A true warrior's horse.
I've made my choice.
Which one will it be?
Right, the first time, I picked the one bred for battle on the right, thinking that's going to be useful, but you just never, ever fight whilst you're on your horse. But I've noticed the difference, because I've actually used all three of them now. I've noticed that the one on the right doesn't navigate like over the mountains, over the rocks and stuff like that quite as good as the one on the left. It's almost like the one on the left can go up steeper terrain and can get over bigger rocks. So I think the one on the left is a lot better. I didn't actually use the one in the middle, but I think the one in the middle is just a bit of a standard, you know, not too brave, not too agile, but better than the others. So yeah, you don't need your horse to be good for fighting at all. You ain't going to be fighting on your horse. So I recommend going for the one on the left, because you definitely will be riding over mountains. And this one, it really is better at quite steep terrain. So we're going to be going with the horse on the left. And he's going to say exactly the same thing, whichever one I pick.
The one on the left.
Fine choice. But this particular breed has a few quirks that you might not be aware of. I wouldn't want you to take an unworthy horse.
This is the one I want.
Are you sure? Because...
I'm sure, Marcos.
Everybody benefits, especially you. You've chosen the great Phobos. He's never let me down.
Phobos.
Remember, meet me at the temple in Sami when you have your money from Dhuris. Ah, Efterpi. There's plenty of wine left to buy. Don't fret.
Not now, you fool. Phoebe's been taken.
By who?
Thugs of the Cyclops. Who else? Snatched her right off the main road.
Tell me where they went.
In the direction of Itimena Beach.
The beach? Can she swim?
I'll get her.
Yes, go. But don't forget about dear Dhuris, Kassandra.
Yeah, let's go.
Right, when you've got your mount, if you press the A button, it starts to immediately follow whatever path is closest to you, and then if you tap the Y button, you'll do a little whistle, and it will go to whatever mission that you have the marker on. So at the moment, my marker is to go and rescue Phoebe. It was automatically selected, which is really, really handy, because you don't have to ride around by yourself, but you can direct the horse wherever you want it to go, just with the left stick. But doing this, and then tapping the Y button is just so useful, and it gives you the opportunity to just look around at the scenery as well, which is nice. And also it gives you the opportunity to, I can't at the moment because I don't have a bow and arrow, but you could actually shoot your bow and arrow from on top of the horse. Whoops. Sorry about that. I was trying to show you how to shoot the bow and arrow, and in the process I deactivated the auto run. But you can... let me have a look. Oh, it just won't do it because I don't have a bow, so it's not doing what I'm trying to show you. You can sit on top of the horse like that, which is quite nice, and you can jump off from this position as well. If I ride past a person like this and then press the Y button as I go past them, she will jump off and assassinate them, which is really, really handy when you ride past army guards and things like that. So yeah, you just jump off, assassinate them, get some XP, jump back on. And you can also use that to jump off your horse, like this.
Let me go!
Shut it, or I'll tighten those ropes.
She'll make good ransom drachmi for the Cyclops.
No one's gonna buy me from you. They're all poor.
Keep quiet, Phoebe.
Right, it just basically tells you that you can crouch in the grass and then they don't see you. And you can assassinate them from your hidden position.
Can't let the rest of those Malakas get away.
We can also whistle people over.
Who did that?
I did. Over here, in the grass, under the giant butterfly. Come and get it. Good lad. You can actually get away with hiding very easily in something that wouldn't normally hide you, and the assassination works quite well as well, even if you're on the nightmare mode. I've tried all the different modes, and I think it lets you get away with too much. Quite often you're hiding just in a tiny little bush, thinking they can blatantly see me, but they can't, and I think that's a little bit of a fault. I think it would be better if it was a tad more realistic when you're trying to hide from people. I like the way her sword has stayed in her seat there. That worked quite well. She's bleeding quite a lot and showing off her pants. How embarrassed she must be. I mean, look at that. From the front, he could so obviously see me. Whoops, wrong button. That's the whistle on Sniper Elite 4. It's in a different place on this. Okay, I'm not going to stand here waiting for this guy to come over. I'm just going to go to him. You really can sneak up behind people, making quite a lot of noise, even on the top level of difficulty, and they don't get you. Just a sec, Phoebe. There's a sparkly chest with goodies in that's more important than you. There we go. But we'll rescue you now.
Are you alright?
It wasn't so bad. Last time they put a cloth in my mouth so I'd stop biting.
Phoebe, just be careful. You're alone now
Since my parents died? I'm okay. I've got you, and you've got me and Marcos. We're your family, right?
I'm going to go and make some coffee while you enjoy this little glimpse into the past. So this is my childhood.
You'll have to be stronger than that.
Don't give in! Let him have it! Got you.
Again, up.
Yes, Pater.
A Spartan rises as soon as they have fallen. Ready your staff. Widen your stance. A soldier grounds themselves. Good. Good. Approach me.
That's enough, Nikolaos. The sun's going down. Time to eat, don't you think?
What are we eating tonight?
Tonight we are having baby Alexios. And what a feast he will be.
No, not him. take me instead. I'm tasty.
Yes, yes, you're all sweet as honey. Now, come inside. The lamb's turning black.
Here. Lay him in his bed.
Yes, Pater.
Kassandra. You are my greatest pride. Remember that. You will bring this family to glory. Go.
Right.
You worry too much.
You don't worry enough.
We'll be alright if we watch out for each other. Which reminds me, the thug said you should watch your back.
What they say?
They said the Cyclops put a big bounty on you.
Talos the Stonefist wants you dead.
Talos the mercenary? Am I ever not in trouble?
Better get him before he gets you. I hear he's really mean. I'll find my way back to town. Here!
Right.
Talos the Stonefist. That's just what I need today. Another broken nose. I'm going to have to take care of that.
Right, Talos is level 5, so we are just going to avoid him until we're at least level 4 because he will kick our ass. Right. There he is. You can have a look at the people in here, and you can find out a little bit more about them. You can see what loot they drop and how it's going to benefit you and things like that. Another thing that you can do with these mercenary people a little bit later, well, not too much later, but once we've got our ship, rather than killing them, you can just knock them out and then you can recruit them as lieutenants on your ship. In fact, you can do that with anybody. It's just that a lot of the mercenaries have quite good perks for your ship, like they'll improve the damage that your ship does, or they'll give it better armor, something like that. So they're pretty good, and quite often the mercenaries look pretty good as well, so it's nice when you've got them on your ship. I like that. So it's always worth having a bit of a look. Now when you see a mercenary or any enemy whilst using Icarus, your bird, if you hover over them for a while, it will tell you the perks they give to your ship, so then you can sort of like tag them and say, yeah, make sure you don't kill this person, just knock him out. Now this is the really useful thing about that kick, the Sparta kick. It doesn't actually kill the enemy at all. It takes off quite a bit of health, but if you get them down to almost 0 health and then you kick them, it knocks them out. So it's a really, really easy way of recruiting them for your ship. It's really useful, and it looks good as well. But it absolutely does kill them. If you kick them off something and they fall down onto the ground, they'll definitely die. So that's not just going to knock them out. Right, did we level up? I think we might have done, so we've probably got a skill point. No, we're still level 1. Right, another little thing I want to mention very quickly. We're currently in, I don't know what you might call it, like a little area where there's a bit of action going on. And you see the bar at the top, like our compass that tells us where things are? That's red. When that's red, we cannot whistle our horse. It just does that. Instead, just makes a little noise. But as you run out of here, it goes yellow. Once you get a little bit out, it'll do it in a sec. There we go, now it's gone yellow. I'm not sure if you can from here or not. I don't think you can. No, you still can't. You still can't whistle the horse. But if you run out just a tiny bit more, it'll go back to grey, which is the standard. And from this point, you can whistle your horse. So that's what happens. Every sort of zone that you're in does that. And one last thing before we move on. If you press down both thumbsticks, you enter this mode where you can take photographs of this incredibly beautiful game. Now, one of the great things is, if you take a photo and then you restart the game, start playing through again, all of the photos that you've taken are saved. They're just on the map. So it's quite nice. So I've got photos from when I played through the first time with her, and I've also got photos of when I played through with Alexios. And it's nice when you progress much further in the game, you've got decent armour and stuff, and then you see one of your photos on the map, you have a look at it, and it sort of reminds you of your experience of playing the game. I like that. So if I pop into the map now, just get out of photo mode, I have taken a photo right here. So you'll see it. My photos are in gold. Oh, it's underneath my cursor. If I go in a little bit closer, you'll get... There it is. So yeah, that's a photo I took here previously whilst playing with Kassandra on my very first playthrough. And it also shows you other people's photos, which are in white. So this is someone else's photo. And it also shows you... It's quite a good one, actually. We'll give that a bit of love. That's pretty good. It also shows you in blue the photo of the day, which I think for today is all the way up here somewhere. Yes, it is. This is a brilliant photo. I've already liked it. Look at that. So that's the photo of the day, just the one that got the most hearts. I like that. Nice little touch in the game, and a brilliant photo by whoever did this. It kind of makes the photo of the day a little bit cartoony, as you can see. I mean, you can't put that effect on. You can fiddle with it a lot, but you can't do a cartoon effect. And then all the way down here, just before we crack on, we can see... Where are we? We're in Catalonia. So that's the fast travel point that we need to go to. We activate that and then we can zoom back there. We can see here, this is the mercenary, Talos the Stone Fist, who is currently after us. So they appear on the map. And then over on the right, you can see that we've just got one of those little red helmets on that bar. That's our bounty. If that goes up high, it means that people are paying a lot of money for us, and a lot of mercenaries and higher level ones come looking for us. You can pay off that bounty, or you can just kill the mercenaries. To be honest, I think it's better to kill the mercenaries. You get their loot and you can recruit them if you want to. But there we go. That's enough chit-chat from me. Let's crack on. I do have a different skin for the horse because I got the DLC. So I'll quickly switch over to the new skin before we call him. So that's his default. I quite like this default one. That's one that I think I bought from the shop. This is the one that comes with the DLC, so I'll pop that one on so you can have a look at it. And we can't put the armour on yet because it's level 5, but I am just going to pop into here, hover over my bow just to get rid of the alert, and the same thing with this as well. Just going to hover over these to get rid of the alerts. Alright, let's call him. Alright, so this is the skin you get with the DLC. It is pretty impressive, isn't it, really? I like it. But it kind of looks a little bit, you know, too badass for her while she's at level 1 with her crappy little rags, broken bow and broken spear. And there we go. Right. The following the path doesn't really work very well. The horse just skitch all over the place. I mean, it gets you there. You knock a lot of people over, and sometimes you make some random decisions, but it gets you there. But you do, every time you get to a little town or anything like that, you do slow down quite a lot, which is a little bit frustrating, to be honest. Yeah, we're in a built-up area, so we're now going really, really slow. You can't ride the donkeys, unfortunately. We just passed one.
Reese will be at his shop.
Kassandra, good to see you.
Good to see you too. Hello, Doris.
Hello, Doris. Business looks good.
Tell Marcos to come down here himself, if he wants his money. Huh?
No, but I'm here now.
Look, I was a little late paying. Now Marcos says I owe him double because of interest. I don't have it to spare.
You should have thought of that when you borrowed drachmi, Doris.
But my family...
It's hot. I'm in a bad mood. And you are going to pay. We both know it. Now the question is, what do I break first? You? Or your merchandise?
You told Marcos I've paid enough already. I won't bow to a mercenary or to someone foolish enough to borrow money from the Cyclops.
From the Cyclops? That's how he bought his vineyard?
Look, I know you'd be dead without Marcos. What with him taking you off the street as a kid. But you know what he's doing is crazy.
Malaka. Still, that doesn't change the drachmi you owe.
Face it, once the Cyclops gets hold of you, you'll both be dead. I told you, I've paid Marcos enough.
I think it's time to break some shit, don't you?
Hey, stop! That's my stuff!
Damn right it is.
All right. I'll pay you, just stop.
No.
Fine.
Oh!
The money's yours. Just leave.
Oh, you were lucky there.
Keep my name off your lips. I don't want the Cyclops coming after me for the debt you can't pay.
Lovely jubbly. Right then, let's crack on. We'll have a little walk back. We'll stroll back through the town. This icon here for the blacksmith, he upgrades your stuff. He also engraves it, so it makes you a little bit better, and you unlock the engravements based on things you do through the game. You can level up, that unlocks some, and you can solve little puzzles, which are really quite easy. It's basically just find something somewhere, and it gives you like a cryptic sort of idea as to where the thing is, but they're always quite easy. And then you get an engravement that does something like improves your damage on your weapon, for instance. And they are pretty damn useful. It does make a big difference to the amount of damage that you can inflict. So we're going to be doing a bit of that later. We don't need to do it just yet. But the blacksmith also enables you to upgrade your armour and your weapons, which is very, very useful. You get something you like, and then you level up a bit. You can take it to the blacksmith, and you can make it still useful to you as you level up. Because obviously as you level up, the enemies level up as well. Right. Let's go.
Got a job to do, Kassandra?
They all love me, don't they? I'm going to pop into this temple here. The thing I was saying earlier about, I don't know whether the game uses Dolby Atmos or not, but I want you to notice the feeling of the game. Notice the atmosphere, it's sunny, you can hear birds tweeting and that, there's a fire somewhere, and there's an ambience to the game, you know, it kind of feels warm. When we go in the temple, all of that changes. There's a slight echo, and it actually feels cool. Now, obviously, the temperature doesn't really change. It just gives you that sensation. There is a tremendous sense of immersion in this game, and you'll see what I mean when we go in here. It feels different. It really does. And it's so, so pretty as well. Now, inside all these little temples, this is a really basic one, a wooden one, but especially when we move to Athens and you get to, you know, the Acropolis area of the city, it's incredibly beautiful. The amount of attention to detail is just mind-blowing. But also the little back streets as well. There's some really nice stuff going on in the poor areas. But I really wanted to show you these things because it'd be quite easy to skip past them. But they're done so well, especially when we go inside. But you'll see what I mean about the way it feels inside here compared to outside. It's just, I don't know, it just makes me feel a little bit cold. Everything's got a slight echo to it. And then as we have a little look around the wall, you can see like there are stories from Greek mythology that are, you know, pitched on these walls here. And the gold paint as well. It is really, really beautiful. A lot of work's gone into this. And I'm very, very impressed with it. Unfortunate how they've got that stupid straight line there separating it as I'm trying to show it off. But hopefully this side will be a little bit better. But doesn't that look lovely? The gold. Yeah, I should have come over this side. Where there's not suddenly a harsh line where they've tried to match it up. But yeah, there's a lot of this sort of thing that goes on. And different temples have got different stuff inside. You see things that people have kind of like brought into the temple as an offering and thing. And yeah, they're really, really nice. It's really worthwhile having a good look around them. They're certainly not all the same, that's for sure. So it is definitely worthwhile having a good look around at this stuff in the game. I think a lot of times it's nice to just walk around as well, like walking pace, just by pushing the left stick a little bit, as opposed to running around everywhere. It's much more immersive. It's good. It really is good. And look at some of these fruits and vegetables and things, the offerings that are here. It is awesome. Now, another thing that this game has, I'll stop talking in a minute and we'll crack on. From the main menu, you can go into a section of the game which is basically just a tour. And I mean, my auntie lived in Athens for quite a few years of her life when she was younger. And I really want to show her this because it's got Athens recreated how it would have been 431 BC. And it's absolutely beautifully done, and you can walk around that without being in the game, without any aggro or enemies or anything like that, and you can just walk around it and enjoy it, and you can go into certain areas that give you information on those buildings and things, and then it will show you some photos of those buildings, how they are today and stuff like that. So I mean, for like an interactive guided tour, it is spectacular. It really is. It's a lot better than looking at history books, and you actually meet some of the characters from that era as well. You meet Socrates and Pericles and people like that, and they'll tell you about things that they did in the past. It's so good. It really is so good. But we're going to crack on with the game. I'm going to stop selling it to you, and we'll actually start playing it. So we've got to go and find Marcos. He's just over here talking to this brute.
You're running out of time until the Cyclops comes for you, Malaka. He wants his money.
Could I have an extension?
When he sails back to Kefalonia, he'll come and break you as soon as he docks, if you don't get it.
Now, let's be civil.
You can't hide behind your glories, Mistios forever, Marcos. He'll kill you, the mercenary, and that little runt girl that hangs around.
Of course, not a problem. I'll get the drachmi.
Good. Or I'll come and watch the Cyclops feed you to his goats.
Ah, Kassandra, I can tell from the smile on your face, Dhuris has paid you your drachmi.
Who's smiling? I just heard where you got the drachmi for the vineyard. Are you out of your fucking mind?
We can get the money back, can't we? I'm sure it's possible.
We have no other choice now. We need a plan.
That's what I do best.
This'll take more than the usual tricks up your sleeve.
I long for the old days. Remember them? They were simple. You had nothing, young and alone, and I had everything. And I gave you the world, Kefalonia, in the palm of your hand.
Kassandra! Alexios!
Don't see fishes like you every day, huh? Oh! Ha! You hungry? How about we make a deal? I do something for you. You do a few things for me. Everybody wins. Best offer you're gonna get. Think about it.
Wait!
Kefalonia. Some gift.
You were nothing without Marcos, and look how far we've come. From an orphan on the streets to a Mistios with a hovel.
And now the Cyclops will take everything away. I can't protect you from him forever. He'll kill me too.
Oh, don't be scared of him. And look at you.
How could I go up against him? With what weapons? A rusty spear? A broken bow?
There you are. Skulking around the temple won't save you from me, Marcos.
Drusilla! I was just talking about you.
You were?
I need that wood, Marcos. These new bows will be the talk of the island. I can't make anything with those bandit malakes stopping the wood shipments.
Of course you can't. Why, I was just filling my friend Kassandra in on the details. She already has a plan to deal with these bandits. She's the silent but deadly type.
I don't care who does it, but someone better got those bandits. Today.
A wonderful idea. I, for one, need to rush home. Kassandra, I've cooked up a plan for our Cyclops dilemma. See me when you have time.
If you want your wood, you'll have to fix my broken bow first.
I usually only pay when the deed is done, but shit's moving at a snail's pace. Follow me. These bows will make me rich as Chrysos.
They're that good, are they?
War's brewing. The Athenians need good bows if they want to hold off the Spartans.
Everybody benefits, I guess.
Who are you? Marcos? You should be tired of this small-time shit. You'd make a fortune in this war. Plus, I hear you're a secret Spartan.
That was a long time ago. I'm a Kephalonian.
Hand it over. There you go, good as new. That bow is as strong as Heracles himself. Give it a try. Shoot your arrow at those dummies.
Well, I'm not going to go and talk to her just yet, because if I do, it's going to activate a mission. And I'd rather do the main mission with Marcos instead than hers, which is a little bit boring, to be honest. You just have to go and find her wood. So I might actually do her mission off camera, but she has fixed my bow, so I feel obliged to help her. But for now, I'm just going to go back up to Marcus. But we've unlocked a skill. We've leveled up, so we need to pick a skill. Right, first of all, I'm going to get rid of this alert. And we're going to go into our abilities. And, ooh, I think I'm going to go with the Spartan kick. I just like it. It's just very satisfying to do. I won't go for any of these. I did try on my second playthrough to do some of the hunter abilities because I kind of ignore them quite a lot. But they use up your wood, which you need. And every time you shoot an arrow, you're using a piece of wood to make the arrow, which is insane. It's like an entire log to make one arrow. It's crazy. So I think they really should update that. It should be like one piece of wood turns into 20 arrows at least. That's what it should be. But for that reason, I stay away from this. There is one skill, this one here. I do want that skill. I want level 2 of it because it enables your adrenaline to recharge. If you've got like a little piece of one, it fills it up to full, which is really, really useful later. But I think we're going to go with the Spartan kick. We are going to take that in a bit because it's quite useful. This is useful as well, this poison thing. So yeah, it just means that your weapons inflict poison damage, which is really nice because it lowers their attack ability, makes them a little bit more vulnerable, and makes you a little bit stronger. So it's pretty good all round. But yeah, we're going to go for this because it's super satisfying to do. I'm going to plonk it in there. At the moment, we only have 4 skills that we can put on this side, which appears when you hold down the RB button. And we only have 4 skills that you can put in here, which appears when you hold down the, LB and LT, the triggers. But a little bit later, it gives you a second set of those, so you can have 8 skills in them. You can reset your skills whenever you want, but it costs money to do so, and that amount of money keeps going up. You can see at the bottom it says reset abilities, 265 drachmae. That goes up quite a lot if you keep doing it. So we're not going to keep resetting our skills. And we are going to track this one because it's the main mission. And I'll come back and do these ones myself because they're a little bit boring to watch and they have absolutely no bearing on the story at all.
Let's go.
Good God, he's all over the place. When you whistle your horse, if you're running along as you do so, when the horse gets to you, you automatically mount the horse. You don't have to press the mount button.
Getting into a brawl. Oh my kidding. This place never changes.
I'll tell you what, while I'm here, I'm just going to pop on up to the statue and activate the fast travel, just so I don't have to come back and do it later. So we are quite close. We're not too far away. It's not much of a detour. She is bloody good at climbing, isn't she? Oh, she's come to a slow bit. Some parts are really weirdly slow, like the places that you put your hands on. They seem a little bit slow. Go on, climb up his penis. You know you want to.
I should probably not climb on this.
Awesome. Oh, we just got to get up to the little lightning bolt in his hand. Whoa, nearly fell off. There we go. Now when you do this, not only is it a fast travel point, but this is the way you level up Icarus as well, your bird, so it becomes more efficient at spotting things for you. There he is, look, flying around. So here we go. Our first synchronisation. Right, most of the time, when you fast travel to somewhere, you can just jump off like this, and you don't hurt yourself. Which is nice. But you can't actually die from falling at all. You do take damage. At level 20, you stop taking damage from falling, and at level 30, when you jump, you can kind of like smack your spear into the ground, and it does damage to people around you. But below level 20, when you jump off somewhere that's high, you take damage, but it can knock it all the way down to the bottom, but you don't die, and it comes back again really, really quickly, so it doesn't really matter. You don't have to climb down things unless there's definitely an enemy below you. Which direction is he? He's down there, isn't he? So we'll jump off this way. You'll see what I mean. So there, we've gone down to no health at all, but within just a couple of seconds it starts to fill back up. So you're fine. As long as you aren't in a fight, because if you're in a fight, you don't regenerate health, and then obviously they shoot you with one arrow, and you are buggered. I actually went the wrong way, look. I was going towards that mission, which I didn't want to do. I wanted to go towards Marcos and hear his plan on how we're going to deal with Cyclops. But look at this stuff as we walk through. Everywhere you go, there is something beautiful to look at. There really is. It's so good. Yeah, we got to climb back over here. We jumped down on the wrong side. There's a little bit of metal on the floor. Some precious gems. There's our horse. We might as well take him. Come on then.
Let's go.
Sorry about this skitching around on the camera. I'm going to try and avoid to do that too much. When you're doing it yourself and you're moving the thumbsticks, it's not too bad because you know what you're doing. But when you're watching somebody else, it's a bit like travel sickness, as in you don't get it when you drive, but you can get it when you're a passenger. So I'm going to try and not swing the camera around too much. Anyway, let's go and have a little chat with Marcos. Ah, Phoebe's got a problem. That mission that we can pick up from Phoebe there, that does affect the future of the game, depending on what you do on that mission. It affects it quite a lot. So yeah, I know which decision is the right one, but it's very easy to make the wrong one with her.
Ah, here you are, and not a moment too soon.
The Cyclops is more important than a Boyer. We need to talk.
Precisely what I was thinking. Let's hope Drusilla has a good sense of humor.
Well, your plan?
Right. The Cyclops and I have a score of drachmi to settle. The same score as you, my rough and tumble friend.
He wouldn't be after me if it wasn't for you, my friend.
Right. But I swear, this will put an end to it. If he insists on sending his goons after us, we'll make sure his last good day was yesterday.
Let's hear it then. What do I have to do?
What will we do, you mean? As the brains to your brawn, I consider it a joint effort.
Of course you do.
Think, what does the Cyclops value most? His men? His land? His ships? No, his obsidian eye.
Get to the point, Marcos.
Oh, fine. We're going to steal it.
Are you crazy? You borrow his drachmi, then you steal his eye?
Having it means we win. Then it goes to market. We kill 2 birds with 1 obsidian eye.
He'd better hold still, or he'll lose both eyes.
No! It has to be done without the Cyclops knowing. You cannot be seen.
Then my new bow will come in handy.
He keeps the eye in his house. It's too valuable to wear out. A wise choice until you show him the error of his ways. Wait for the sun to set, sneak in, and then bring me the eye.
Better be worth something.
Do you know how much obsidian goes for in Kefalonia?
I've never seen it.
Exactly. And not only is it obsidian, it's veined with gold. Gold! It's no wonder he saves it for special occasions.
So we'll use the profits to pay him off.
It will pay for the bulk of it. A vineyard's expensive, you know.
Fine. But you won't get away with being cheap.
Cheap? You wound me, Kassandra.
It's your defining trait.
Bring me the eye and I'll prove you wrong. Remember, not a soul can see you.
Got it.
Pull this off and our heads won't be the Cyclops' trophies when he comes back.
Right, the mission that I'm about to do, if they do see you, when you come over here, there's a bunch of their cronies smashing up this village and burning shit. So yeah, it does have a little bit of an effect if they see you or if they don't see you. I'm going to try and do it in a stealthy way, a little bit of loot, and not draw attention to myself.
Says it'll be hidden.
I'm going to run there. It's only over here. It's not far. And we'll be picking up little bits of loot on the way. But whenever you get to one of these places where you don't know exactly where it is that you've got to go, like if I show you the map, it will just be a big yellow circle. So we've got to go somewhere in this yellow circle, but we don't know where it is. Now I know it's in that building right there, underneath this person's picture. Have a quick look at it. There we go. But if you send up Icarus, he will spot it for you. So it's very, very easy to find stuff in the game just by using the bird. So if I just pop him up, you see how we've got a little icon going. If I go over this way a little bit, it sort of glows gold to say it's in this direction, and that sends us towards the eye. So once we've got close, you can kind of hover and then it shows you where it is. It's kind of a bit easy, isn't it? But then you can also tag the enemies like this. Now I don't think any of these are going to show up because I don't have the ship yet. But once you've got the boat, in not too long, maybe in about half an hour or so, it will start to tell you what the people will do on your boat if you knock them out and take them as lieutenants. So when that happens, it's quite handy to have a little look so that you make sure you don't kill the ones that have got pretty good skills that you might want. Oh, there's a dude there. Let's make sure we get in. So yeah, those synchronizations that you do, the fast travel, they make this better, the spotting of things. So I think we've probably got them all. So the eye is there. We're going to sneak in the dead of night. We might assassinate a couple of people very discreetly. and then we'll sneak out. In fact, we might try and do it without killing anybody. That would be a challenge, wouldn't it? So, you can hold down the select button.
I can hide in the bushes.
And you do a little meditation, and it changes to nighttime, or daytime if it's already nighttime, which is handy. You might not do it while we're in the red zone. We'll try in the yellow. There we go. So now that we have the cover of night. Nobody's moved, look. I meditated, they stood completely still. So we've got that dude just down there.
Oh my god, must be some eye to have that much protection.
Well, there's also this, whoops.
Out of view.
So we've got this dude here. We're going to go and hide his corpse so that the other guy doesn't see us. We'll chuck it down here in these bushes. Get off then. Whistle this dude over.
Huh? What's that noise?
Make sure nobody else heard. Right, my assassinate is not quite good enough to actually kill them. I'm a little bit too weak at the moment, so when we get the ability to level up, we will be taking that skill because it boosts it by 20%. Hide this dude in here. Come on, put him down. Ah, there we go. Right, on Sniper Elite, it's a different button to put them down. That's why I'm pressing the wrong one. So we've got another dude on his way round. I like how you can see through walls. It's a bit cheeky. We've actually got a couple of people on the way round, so we want to make sure that the second guy doesn't see us. So I'm not going to do anything here, I'm just going to wait. Make sure the second guy's out of view. Ooh, made a bit of noise there, didn't I? And we're going to take this corpse off. Put him in the pile of bodies. I'm going to try and sneak around the back here. And take this dude as well. I don't like these great big tips it gives you on the screen. I actually turned those off on my previous playthrough, but they seem to have come back on. I'm just going to have a quick look in the hood and see if we can turn those off, because they are quite ugly and it tells you some really pointless stuff. So let's have a little look in the main menu, in our options. And we'll have a look on the hood. Right. Tips and messages. We're going to turn that. Oh, it is off already. That's weird. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Very strange. Never mind. We'll leave it as it is. Right, so I think so far nobody has seen us. I'm not sure whether them seeing us a little bit just before they die will make any difference. I don't know whether they're going to raid our village or not. I think the game is much more enjoyable if you take it very serious. So you've got to imagine that we are in this situation with these people here, and we could die at any moment, so we've got to stay hidden, we've got to be careful. We can't just run around thinking, oh, I'm okay, I can restart. So we've got to be careful. And that just makes the game so much better. I'm going to add this dude to our pile. There we go. Those sort of white clouds happening around the edge of the screen, that tells me that there's an enemy off in that direction. Which I think is rather generous. Right. this dude over here. Is he being sick? Oh, shit. Oh, nearly missed our opportunity then. Oh, we actually managed to kill him in one go. That's good. We are still going to remove his corpse. I wish you could throw the bodies. On Sniper Elite, you can throw them, so you can lob them off a cliff and stuff like that, which is really quite nice. But on this, you just seem to chuck them on the floor and jump backwards, which is not very elegant. Oh, Christ. Now, I don't like that. He sort of saw me, and I jumped in a bush, and now he doesn't know where I am. See, I think that's a bit silly. Even on Nightmare mode, it does that. I don't think it should. I think if they see you, that should be it. You shouldn't have that little window of opportunity. I'm just going to put him right in this corner. Right. We're obviously going to be looting some things as we make our way through. I don't know if I can actually sneak through here without this dude seeing me. Get myself in that room. As he walks around, I'll follow him. Oh, it's okay, he's gone off the other way. Get down. Right, here's the eye. What's been going on in here? I'm tempted to kill that dude that's lying down. Got to be careful of this fella here. We're just going to sneak away. Now I'm not sure if we've been quiet enough to not draw too much attention to ourselves. There is a chest in there, so I think we should also go and get that. Okay, now we'll go. So the dude's sitting by the fire. Have to go sneak over to him, or whistle. I might hide in the bush and whistle him over. Oh, we're a bit too far away. Okay, we'll hide in this bush and whistle him over. Hey, dudes.
That noise is annoying.
You better come and investigate then, see what it was. Ooh, nowhere near killed him. Alright, now we're definitely going to get our village attacked. Oh shit! Well, I didn't move out of the way because I was holding parry, but it didn't work. So I was holding the shoulder buttons down to parry his attack, and it didn't work. So we're going to get our village raided now. It's not a big deal. It's only right at the beginning of the game. It doesn't really make that much difference. But I kind of like treating the game as though it's a real, and in which case I'm now dead. So that was a very poor example. But we'll probably be just before we aggroed this guy, but he is quite a bit stronger than we are. But I think we're still going to try and kill him. But that's exactly what I didn't want to do. Oh Christ, we're all the way back here, so we haven't got the eye. Ah, right, let's do things a little bit quicker this time.
If I'm quiet, I can hide in the bushes.
Fuck hiding in the bushes. Is this dude here or not? Right, this time we are going all guns blazing.
Oh my god, must be some eye to have that much protection.
It must be.
I have to stay out of view.
No, we don't. We just have to go in and get the eye, and then leg it, and then deal with the fallout afterwards. Oh, where's this dude? Well, there's a couple of them there. If we attack one of them, we're going to get the attention of all of them, so we don't want to do that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We also don't want to draw their attention over there. That dude right there. I'm going to have to pick them off one by one, aren't I? I'm too weak. Far too weak. That's good.
Stop right there!
You didn't see a thing. Quite a bit of blood on the floor. I think that would arouse my attention if I was one of the guards. Who should we take next? We've got a couple of dudes here that are quite weak. Right, while that fella's walking away, we'll take this one. It's by the cliff. There you go. See you later, dudes. That's sorted. I don't think they know where I am, even though they're coming. I don't think they know where I am, so we'll keep hidden. Now they know something's wrong because there was a dude standing there a minute ago and he's gone. So hopefully they won't come all the way over to me, because that yellow fella with the little crown is going to kick my ass.
What have you got?
Not around here. Keep at it, you slug. I'll flay you myself. Will not escape me.
I have done already. Right, and we're going to sneak over here.
No sign. Worthless insects. Find them. We'll nail them. Don't worry.
We got a problem.
Any trace that way?
Not a thing here. Come on, look harder.
Oh, God, they're so blind. They really are blind, and I've just murdered one of their friends right in front of them, and they didn't see a thing.
Around here. Keep at it, you slug. I'll flay you myself. We'll nail them. Don't worry.
We're going to go round to this dude over here now and pick him off. I am so weak. We kind of really need him to turn around. I'll just whistle him over. Make sure the others are not there. Oh shit, don't you shoot me with that bow and arrow. Good, good, good. Oh Christ, we've aggroed a dog. Oh, I don't like that at all. Gets us some soft leather though. Right, we're just going to run away from this dude because he's much stronger than us. And we'll come back to him once he's lost our scent. No, you won't. I'm out of here, kid. I can climb a lot better than you. We'll hide in this bush. If he comes up here, we'll kick him off. it's too far away. I thought we were about to get the drop on him, but it's too far away.
They're getting away!
Oh shit, didn't even know he was there.
There she is!
See how much health came off him then when he hit the ground? It's a very, very useful skill. We are... The parry doesn't always work very well, so it's a very dangerous thing to do, I think. And try and take them off one at a time. I don't want to fight them all at once. There is a guy with a bow and arrow fixed on me though. Make sure we loot him. Okay. I don't think we've got any aggro at the moment. We've got this guy up here who's not sure where we are, so that's good news. We'll keep hidden. We'll go around the other side. Boot him off there. Oh shit, press the wrong button. Ah, there he goes. Look at him sliding down the hill. Let's go and see if he's got any loot for us. Just a couple of arrows. Right, so who's left? You can always send up your bird again just to make sure you've got everybody.
No trace. Root that damn missiles out. Now. I'm on it.
I want to steer clear of that dude that killed us last time. I can't believe I died. I really can't. On such a basic early mission. That's quite poor. But never mind. I do like having the game like trying to do missions that are perhaps a little bit above your current level. It makes it a lot more challenging, it's a lot more fun, and also when you succeed, it's a lot more rewarding. Not in loot, just in moral fibre. Right, we've got this dude all the way out here. Not much damage we can do with our bow. Quite a lot. Hell of a lot with a headshot there.
I'll get that archer.
You've got no idea where I am, mate.
I know where you are.
I know where you are. Oh, missed. Here he comes. Oh, I missed him.
No one here, but I bet
Oh, there he goes. Oh shit, we've aggroed somebody. Yeah, I know. I've come down to get this guy's loot though. So just oh, he hadn't even got any. Oh, he got me. He's got me good. Oh, it takes up. I mean, three hits and I'd be dead. The parry's not good enough. I'm going to stop doing that. Ah, he's got me again. That's 2 hits and I'm nearly dead. I've got to get away. He's going to crack open his bow if I'm not careful. How many times do I have to hit him? Fuck off. Oh my goodness me, I'm dead again. That's so bad. That is so bad. Right, first actual real mission. I've died twice. What are we playing at? We should have done some side missions and come back here when we were a tiny bit more levelled up. We've just got no health. They hit me 3 times and I'm dead. That's all it takes. 3 hits and you are gone. I have only got level 1 armour, to be fair. Oh dear. I did say I'm not going to put it on nightmare mode, so you don't have to watch me fail over and over again. And now I'm failing. Oh look, we're down here. That's good then. So we're down here, which wasn't that long ago. So we'll just go and tidy up. Do I have any better armour? Because at the moment, 3 hits to kill me is just not enough. I haven't got anything. Oh, I've got a level 2. That's better. And what's in here? That's no good. Have I got any better weapons? I don't think I have. Nope. Right, we just got to try with this then. That's what we got to do. I mean, I haven't even got any armour on most of my body. I've not got a helmet. Oh, not one I can wear. Nah, nothing. That's why I'm dying, because 3 hits kill me, because I've only got 2 pieces of armour, and they're rubbish. So yeah, we won't die that much as we get further in the game, because it will take a lot more than 3 hits to kill me. But for now, we're just going to have to be super careful. Much more careful than I have been so far. Yeah, you should be careful. Yeah, you've died twice already. You're a bit of a pussy. You definitely need to be careful. We've got to try and separate those dudes. See if we can get the assassination drop down on this guy that's walking around the yard without drawing attention to the other one sitting on the floor. Get him then. He didn't do the assassination, he just jumped down. That's terrible. Right, get out of there. I'm inside this room. Oh shit.
You're mine now!
Oh, run away! Get away! Dodge! Try this room. There's another dead end. Right, try another room. Yeah, dodge out the way. Right, it's all gone Pete Tong. Alright, mate, are you a prisoner? Do you want to help me out a little bit? I am getting away, you're right. Oh no, this is the dude that killed us before. Whoa, I gotta dodge those arrows. Okay, right. Now we can breathe. A little bit of loot, a little bit more loot. We'll climb up here and they'll have no idea where I've gone. Right, if you're going to assassinate somebody by dropping down on top of them, remember to do the assassination. Don't just drop down next to them and go, boo! That does nothing at all. They're coming. Right, look at this dude down here on his own now. He's been left and he's going to die. Just got to get over to him, that's all. Go on, get down. Just keep going down, not up. Down, down, down. That weren't the best camera angle. Right, this dude over here. That's what was supposed to happen before. I was supposed to do that. And then cheekily hide before they saw me. Anyway, we'll go and loot this box. Oh, hang on. Let's get all this stuff. I'm not in the right room, am I? There it is. And let's go get the eye. Right, they're definitely going to raid the village when I get back. They'll all be there, burning shit down, smashing shit up. Just because I am so goddamn clumsy with my my assassination attempts. I thought that was something on the table. It's just a bit of sunlight. Let's have a little look at this this fella that was out here in the garden. See whether or not he needs to be untied and released. Oh, I got ourselves a level 3 bow. They're taking a bit of time to come back, so we'll make sure we take the rest of the loot before we leave. Oh my goodness.
Is that the Odyssey?
Oh, hang on, what was that? Ah, these pots of oil here. If there's a fire and you shoot through it, your arrow turns into a fire arrow as it flies through the fire, which is pretty useful. Now these pots, they contain oil, so you can put them on the floor, and then if you... Oh, hello. Oh, that's the dude, isn't it? If you hold down the right directional pad, you get out some fire like this. And when the oil's on the floor, I don't know how to put this fire out. How do I get rid of it? Oh, there we go. When the oil's on the floor, you can set fire to it. You can throw the fire at the oil, and it burns a lot more. So you can smash those pots. You can shoot them to smash them, like this. Then you end up with a load of oil on the floor, like that. And then you can wait for a foe to run in the oil, and you can get one of these, and you can... Whoops, not like that. But if you aim the same way you aim your bow, you can throw it, like this. And it burns the oil. I missed. Let's get another one. There we go, check that out, look. And that does a lot of damage to your enemy, so it's... There we go. It burns more pots. So if you smash some of those pots, you can pick them up and carry them around. If you put them in like little doorways and things, when you've got someone chasing you, and then you set fire to them, it's a really cool way of using the environment to kill people. It's good. Right, we'll let that dude pass and we'll kill this one. I've got to level up my assassination attempt, haven't I? He hasn't seen us, look. There's only two... Oh, there's 3 left. I was going to say there's only 2 left, so we might as well just kill them all and then they probably won't raid the village. It really doesn't matter. You just have to kill them in the village. So we'll instead we'll run away. Where is he? Oh, I'm gonna try and kill him. See, my assassination's only going to do half damage. Oops, wrong button. We got him. Slightly better. Right, the location has been completed. I mean, there's still a couple of people knocking around, but they obviously weren't very important people. Is that a vulture that's just landed up there? Yes, it is. It's because there's dead people around. It's going to pick the bones. Right, come on then, let's get this dude. Get off. Yeah, it is so satisfying, that is. It really is. Don't you be shooting me with your arrows.
I found her!
Oh, I didn't get him that time. Oh, you bastard. Look at how much health he takes off me. It's so unfair. Look at the tiny... Oh shit, we're on fire. You got to drop and roll. Drop and roll. Oh, I've set the little dude on fire as well. Sorry, mate. I was going to rescue you, and instead of rescuing you, I have set you on fire. Oh, he's alright. He put himself out. He's been paying attention at school. Drop and roll. Right, there's one dude left, so we might as well, for the sake of completion, we might as well go and get him. I don't think anyone has ever taken this amount of time on this mission. Let's whistle him over. Hey, fella. There's some noise in the bush. What are you? You can't throw rocks on this game. Yeah, that's it, you. Which is a shame. On Sniper Elite, you can chuck a rock so you can get their attention from further away. I'm over here. Yeah. Ooh. Where's his corpse? I need to... Oh, he's got no loot. Right, there we go. Let's go and have a word with Marcos.
By Zeus, the Cyclops doesn't mess around.
We're going to tell Marcos how discreet we were. In the dead of night, we crept in and stole the obsidian eye, and nobody saw us. Right, we're whistling the horse. You can carry on running like this. When he catches you up, you auto-mount, which is pretty handy. Always have your finger on the Y button ready to loot as you're riding around or running around. So if you pass a little bit of wood, you can loot it. Same thing with bits of metal, which you've just seen. You really don't need to go this slow through this old burnt down village.
What's happened here?
I think it might have been a fire. Now, you can kill stuff as you ride past it, but not so much. Oh, we did get it. It's a little bit more difficult to kill stuff with a sword, but when you've got the a spear, you can kill stuff quite easily as you ride past. And if you're really, really quick with the loot button, then you can loot it as well. And that's one of the best ways of getting soft leather, which you do need when you're upgrading your armour. What a mess. The first half-decent mission, and we've proper messed it up. We got another one in a moment that I'm also too low for. Oh, the horse has gone mental.
Bella.
Yeah, calm down. Calm down. There we go. How you doing, Marcus?
Aye, be careful!
Do you know how many of his guards were there? All for a fucking rock.
This rock could buy a house, my friend.
And yet, it's still not enough to pay back the Cyclops.
Oh, don't be upset. Think of all the fun we've had.
Right. Your fun, my blood. You can't keep dragging me into things, Marcos.
This will work, I promise you. Would I lie to you?
Don't make me answer that.
Take the eye, but don't sell it yet. No vendor would believe we came by it lawfully. They know exactly who it belongs to.
Fine.
Better your pocket than his socket.
I think that's enough for one day. Quiere, Marcos.
Wait! I saw a boat. One I've never seen before.
So?
The vessel's too good for this dirty town. It must be the Cyclops, and he brought friends.
He's back? I can never catch a break, can I?
Take them out, and that's one less thing to deal with. Besides, these strangers look rich as Chrysos. The Cyclops pays them well. It's win-win, my friend.
It can't hurt. What do I have to lose?
You? You're a winner if I ever saw one.
Then where are they?
In an abandoned house on the eastern coast. Who knows what golden fortunes shine in their hideout? Send them to Hades, then loot them for all they have. We'll be rich!
So, if these visitors aren't from Kefalonia, where did they come from?
All I know is Kefalonia will be the last place they'll ever see.
I'm keeping some of these golden fortunes, though. No negotiations.
Not even a drachme for the man who sent you?
The rest goes to pay your debt. These are my terms.
Oh, fine, fine. Now teach those strangers what it means to be Kefalonian. Draw blood or bleed.
Hopefully we'll level up to level 3, because we really need to, and hopefully we'll get some decent armour in a bit as well. Yes, we are level 3, that's nice. So, what are we going to take on our new ability? I kind of like all of these threes along the bottom of here. I think it might be useful for me to take this at this stage of the game. That's quite good as well, because it'll increase my assassination by 20%, which means I'll actually probably kill people in one go, as opposed to assassinate them, then have to kill them afterwards, which is annoying. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. And it means I auto-loot them as well, which is really quite handy. So, do we have any extra armour that's going to help us out? We've got a level 3 bow that we can now equip. You can compare them, see how they compare to the other one. I think these two are going to be pretty much the same, aren't they? I'll go for that one. What's in here? The obsidian eye, I assume? Yes, it is. And isn't it a beautiful eye? Looks a little bit like an egg. And we've got something in here as well. Didn't realise I'd picked that up, but it's a lot better than what we're wearing. So let's go for that, and we'll scrap this one. And just to keep things nice and tidy, we're going to scrap our level 1 bow as well. And we'll also scrap the other level 3 one. We don't need them both. Got anything in here other than this useless blade? Not yet. That's a bit unfortunate, because we are doing such a tiny amount of damage compared to what they're doing to us. So they're hitting us 3 times and we die. We've got to hit them about 30 times. So that's a little bit unfair. Right, we're going to be going straight to the main quest. So the abandoned house, this one right here, fancy guess. So let's pop that on the map and we'll head out in that direction. Well, we could have a little chat to Phoebe. She's worried about her friend and a plague spreading. I'm going to stick with the main mission for now.
Come on.
Whoa, didn't get it. Too far away. Yeah, the goats really do run away. If there's a bunch of chickens in a little town, then you kill one and all the others come running after you, and you can kill them all really quite easily, and you get soft leather from them, so that's pretty good. The goats, they run away pretty quick. You see that? It did send me going the other way, but we managed to kill it and loot it almost instantly. You got to bang the right shoulder button, then hit Y straight away, and whilst you're riding the horse without having to stop,
Off we go now.
you can actually kill them really, really quick. Right, so is this where we're supposed to be? I don't think it is it? Right, let's have a little look.
The abandoned house and the people.
Well, they're only level 3. We're on hard, so their level 3 is harder than my level 3. But there's don't appear to be many bosses. I think we'll be quite safe. There is something else here, otherwise the little receptacle thing changes. So there is something around. Oh, there's that safe, and there's also... We're not going to go for that. Right, so we don't want to aggro all of them, because we are very weak and our armour is terrible. We just want to try and pick them off. One at a time. Now whether we'll be able to whistle and get the attention of just one of them. They're all a bit too close together. I'm going to try and spread them out a little bit. Although, to be honest, we could probably just run in and fight the lot in one go, because there's not really any bosses there, is there? We'll shoot this dude and see if we can get him to come over. Ooh.
Shield yourself!
One shot him in the face.
I've got the archer!
You haven't. None of you got any clue where I am. Oh, he's a boss. We can't kill him in one shot.
Hide! Hide! You're dead, archer!
Done a reasonable amount of damage. We've got one dude coming up nice and close now, so we can whistle him up. And we can do some assassination attempts. Okay, we've got a few too many too close now. I can't see anything. Okay, good. Oh, I've accidentally gone into photo mode. Well, it allows me to breathe. Right, that happens when you press down on both thumbsticks, so obviously I was getting a bit too excited. Right, we've just booted that dude off. This guy here that's flying through the air. We could take a photo of him whilst he's flying through the air, so he'll take a bit of damage when he hits the floor, which is why that kick's quite useful. But whilst he's on the floor over there, I might hide in a bush. And if I do that, he might not see me. I'm not going to take a photo, we're just going to carry on. I need to kill this dude. I've only got 2 hits worth left, so I've got to be bloody careful here. Especially when they turn red. When they turn red, I'm in trouble. Ooh. I don't want that dude with the arrow to shoot me. Oh, that was close.
Are you even trying?
I am trying, yeah. It's just that you hit me a couple of times and I die, and I have to hit you loads of times. It's so unfair. Right, hopefully we've got one of them after us and not the other one. we've still got them both, so we've got to keep an eye on both. Right, we can kill this dude now. This is quite low. Gotta make sure this fella doesn't shoot us with his arrow. Okay, we got him. Little bastards. We've teleported to the house for the cutscene.
I normally have someone else do the field work. I don't suppose you know how to get this stain out.
It comes with the territory.
Then you're just the Misthios I'm looking for. A clean slaughter. Very good work.
Not much sympathy for the men who work with you.
Not with me. For me. Employees. Now ex-employees, I suppose.
So you don't work for the Cyclops?
Your kind aren't usually believers of myth.
Not the monster. The man. You are an outsider. Why are you here?
Indeed, I'm not from Kefalonia. I'm here because what I'm looking for is. If you'll follow me, Kassandra.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
I'm Elpinor of Kira. How do I know your name? I did what you did. I asked and people told me.
Tell me who sent you.
An inquisitive nature. Good. That will help.
You know more than you let on.
Knowing you is in my best interest. And knowing me is in yours. My prized possession was stolen and brought to Ithaca. Penelope's woven shroud. I need you to steal it back.
The shroud of Penelope? The wife of Odysseus? You're joking.
A piece of it, yes.
Impossible. If it existed, it would be priceless.
Which is why I want it back.
All right. I'll do it.
Don't expect it to be easy.
That's why it will cost you.
Then it's agreed. There's a rowboat in the harbor. Use it. It's not meant for open water, so be wise. When you have the shroud, meet me in the Temple of Zeus.
I will.
Oh, and Misthios, don't fail.
Do you trust him? Nah, I don't trust him. Certainly do not trust him. Right, sometimes these little boats have got a shark attached to them, like strapped on the side. This time we haven't got a shark, unfortunately, but they're pretty cool. They fall to pieces if you're trying to go into open water.
Odysseus on a tiny boat. Let's try not to piss Poseidon off, shall we?
I want to turn that way. Right, let's make sure we select our mission so it tells us where to go. There we are. And we have no armour. So we're just going to have to try and battle our way through. Right, let's have a little look at the mini-map. So, here we are on this island. We have to find it somewhere in there. So as I said before, whenever you've got one of these yellow circles, you can just chuck the bird up in the air and it does all of the hard work for you. Like so.
The legendary shroud.
See?
Minor wasn't lying.
Wasn't that easy? It also finds things that are underground, inside little dungeons and stuff. Oh, and also there's a shipwreck there, look, with some loot. So we could go and get that, but at this stage, a shark would probably kill us. Right, we are going to have to be a little bit careful in here.
All the years I lived on Kefalonia, I never realized the mighty Odysseus' palace was here.
So I'm not sure there's nobody over here that we missed. No, there's not. I'm going to go this way first and pick up that chest, because I'm hoping that we've got a slightly better weapon than my level 1 sword, or some slightly better armour. So we're going to pop up here first of all, and take this loot. We've got something that's level 4, so we can't use that. Okay, right, the enemies, there's quite a few of them, and they're stronger than me, so we're going to have to be crafty. A lot craftier than we were in Cyclops' lair, that's for sure. Oh, wrong button. I'm going to do that a lot because that's Whistle on Sniper Elite. I'm going to try and get this dude here to come on over by himself, hopefully. Yeah, we got him. We got him.
Must be making that noise.
Yeah, it's me in the bushes. Come and investigate, see what it is. I'm hoping our new leveled up assassination will kill him in one go. Yes, it has. It also auto-loots them, but that guy didn't have any loot, which is a little bit of a shame. I was kind of hoping that he might have a decent spear or daggers. I'm going to venture a little bit closer into this bush and hopefully get someone else's attention who's by themselves. Are they going to go down the steps? We certainly don't want to aggro all of them. Yeah, we're gonna go down and pick off the stragglers. If we go at this all guns blazing, we are going to die for sure, so we're going to pop over here and be stealthy. You didn't see anything? Interesting. No. See if we can sneak around and get this dude sitting down without being seen. And we can run in now. Ooh. Just make sure that fella isn't looking. You can actually, in a lot of these little army camps that you come to, oh, he's got up. In a lot of the army camps that you go to, there's normally like an animal in a cage which you can shoot with your bow and arrow, and it breaks the cage. The animal breaks out, and it attacks the army. And I mean, they usually do quite a lot of damage, but they also distract them, which is really brilliant. It's so useful. Just going to try and draw the attention of this this guy over here.
Hey, get me out of here.
I will do, but you just want to be quiet while there's guards right next to you. Don't draw attention to me. I'm not going to rescue you if I'm dead, am I? I'm going to try and take this guy here by himself.
What could that be?
I'll see that dead body in a minute. I haven't got time to carry it away.
Nothing there anymore.
pull these two guys over.
Who's whistling?
Me. Look at that, just one of them's going to come. That's brilliant. The other one's gone the other way. That's good news for us. That's beautiful. Alright, let's get this fella and just move him slightly out of the way while we whistle his buddy over. Yeah, come on.
I should go look.
Yes, you should. You should go look. Let's move back a little bit. Right, we still haven't managed to loot any armour or weapons. We've still only got like little bits of metal and things which aren't that useful. Okay, this is going to give us... Whoa! Didn't realise they were looking this way. No, you shouldn't. You should completely ignore the woman behind the wall.
There was something here, I'm sure of it.
No, there wasn't. There really wasn't. Yep, he's gone the wrong way. Right, I was going to come in and take this this dude out, but I'm not going to anymore because it's too close to a few enemies. I want that dude there. Come on. I'm not that far away from you. Surely you can hear me. No, you can't. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm not having that. We're going to go and take the guy on top instead. Well, unfortunately, I didn't get the option to assassinate this dude, so I'm just going to have to kick him off there and the dog can attack him. There we go. Right, so now the wolf will kill him now. Oh shit, there's a fellow here. Get off. Okay, they've killed the wolf.
Get back here! I see her!
Oh shit! Get back up! Get back up! Right, we're going to be going down the other side. No, you haven't got me. No, you haven't. You've no idea where I am. I've just ran away. Oh, there's somebody in here. I'll try and fight this fella by himself, even though the boss has just appeared. Okay, we're fucked now.
Afraid, are we?
No, we just went up a ladder by mistake. That was all. Nothing to bother yourselves about. Oh, for God's sake. I'm going to have to turn this stupid camera mode off. Sometimes the lock-on is really annoying. Like right then. All right, Chuck. I'll be there to rescue you in a minute, but not just yet. I've got no idea where I am. All of this because that bloody wolf. I was being all stealthy, and oh god, there's a dog. Oh god, there's another wolf. Right, we've lost them. So I'm just gonna hide in this bush and let my my health regenerate, and then we'll go and pick them off. You can see him fighting the wolf just over there. Look. My health won't actually start going up until it loses aggro on them, so they're still looking for me at the moment, but if they give up looking for me, then my health will regenerate. Oh, I can't bother to wait. See if anyone's close enough to hear my whistle for an assassination attempt. We're going to be picking off this dude on their own. You've got to bear in mind that it only takes them a couple of hits to kill me though. So I've got to be bloody careful. Right. She's going to very slowly float out to sea. You get to loot this wolf as well that they killed for me, which is nice. He's paying absolutely no attention, so we'll go and get this dude from behind. I think we can sneak up on this fellow as well. We'll loot that.
I don't want to be spotted here.
You've already been spotted. You got spotted when that wolf came in and you panicked and ran up the hill. Well, he died very stiff. Oh, I was going to loot that. Wasn't dead. Right.
Any trace? Can't see a thing. Keep searching.
Nah, 'cause I'm a ninja. We still got to rescue her. But we don't have to. I mean, it's a site. She becomes a character you meet quite a few times, but nothing that you do with her is particularly interesting. Oh shit! Didn't see the other dude coming in. Might be in his. That one's now by himself. We'll run over to that one. You see nothing. Oh, bloody hell, they have seen me.
He's here. Shit, I'm losing them. He won't escape.
What I don't want is to the boss guy to crack open a bow and arrow. That's what I don't want. It'll just be a one hit and I'll be dead. So we're gonna go over here instead and kill this dude. Oh, I accidentally climbed up instead of down. Oh fuck, I'm on fire. Pressing the wrong button to roll. There we go. Well, we made a big mess of that, didn't we? And I am. I'm very surprised, especially when I set myself on fire. Oh Christ, they're all there now. You're right, Chuck. I'll be there to rescue you in a minute. I've just got a little bit of a problem on my hands. You'll miss me. Oh shit. It's nice and sunny. You won't catch up with me. Come on, loot this thing. Something else that I can't use. Go up.
Let's do this.
I'll tell you what, guys, we're making a bit of a mess of this, aren't we?
Still no sign.
Oh, they got me. Hey, I'll take that, whatever that was. Whoa.
hiding somewhere.
I'm up here. Oh, I just missed. Ah, the other one's over here.
I've got you now.
Oh, don't do that.
Can't escape.
Alright, they've lost me again. They're not very good, are they? Right, that's another one down. Oh, you're gonna die in one hit. Alright, just me and the boss left then. And here he comes. I'm right here.
I'll get you.
No, you won't.
You won't get far.
Yes, I will.
Come back.
No. I don't know who you're talking to, but you're on your own now, mate.
For long.
Right, so it's just me and Kraitolbulos. Yeah, look, you can pick these things up. I can lob it. Oh, you can throw it like you throw a bow and arrow, and it puts oil on the floor, as I was saying earlier, like that, and then it all sets on fire. So that's quite handy. Although more often than not, I end up setting myself on fire. Right, we can climb up here now and drop down on this dude. An assassination attempt. Back away before he kills you. Come on then. Oh, don't kick that way. He's not in that direction. Oh, that was close. If he hits me when he's red, he's going to do some serious damage. Oh, got him. I'm doing bugger all damage.
I was hoping for more.
I hate to disappoint you, dudes. It's a shame we're not on a bit of a hill and I could kick him off. But that doesn't do much damage, just kicking him on the floor. Here we go. There, he's dead.
Penelope's shroud. In the flesh?
Too fucking right. Yeah. Yes, let's go and let this this woman out. We don't really need to do this, but I am going to do it.
You will not.
Let's get out of here. Can you fight?
I'd be happy to.
You don't need to, I've killed everybody already. There we go. That was easy, wasn't it? Nice bit of XP for walking her to here.
I can't believe I let those Malakas sneak up on me.
Ithaca is a dangerous place to wander around on your own.
You're wandering around on your own.
You're right. I can't fight a camp of bandits by myself. Could you help me to get to Odysseus' palace? I can pay.
I'll help you get to the palace.
Well, I'm in luck then. What do I call you?
Kassandra.
I'm Odessa, named after the great Odysseus.
Why would you want to go up there?
I am a descendant of Odysseus. I'm on a pilgrimage.
You're a descendant of the former king of Ithaca?
And the man who created the Trojan horse and defeated the Cyclops? The one who traveled to the land of the Lotus Eaters? The one the Odyssey is about? Yes, I am. Why?
You're not the first who said that, is all.
Well, I trust I don't need to prove my lineage to get up to the palace.
Odessa's a bit annoying, she really is.
We should head to the palace while we have the chance.
It's only around the corner, you don't have to go very far. But I'll take her there. Well, she'll take herself there, I'll just run behind her all the way.
This is it?
Yep.
It's just rubble. What were you expecting?
I don't know. Something more grand. My parents named me Odessa. I'm Odysseus's namesake. I thought if I came here, I might understand him more.
Well, do you?
Not at all. Take me to my boat. I'll pay you there.
That weren't part of the deal. You can pay me now. Come on, then. I'm not sure how running behind her constitutes taking her anywhere. There you go. That's worth a bob or two of anyone's money.
Well, this is for you.
Cheers.
Such a disappointment.
Why is that place so important to you?
Are you joking? Odysseus lived there, ruled there. He ended the Trojan War, eluded Scylla and Charybdis. He had everything. Loyalty, love, fighting spirit.
He had the attention of the gods, too. That caused him a lot of trouble.
And it made him a legend.
Right, if I choose this option, we suddenly fall in love, which I think is a bit stupid, really. But she plays a little bit hard to get, but we're going to go for this anyway.
You look cute right now. As if nothing can get in your way.
I don't usually like being called cute.
There are a few other ones I can think of that would suit.
Yeah, irritating.
I can't wait to hear them.
Annoying.
Beautiful.
Nope.
That works even better.
It doesn't really.
The other ones will come later.
I hope later comes soon.
So what do you think?
I think I was in a much poorer mood before now. There's just so much I desire. To be as great as Odysseus. Where do I even begin?
Stop being such a big pussy. Right, where's that option? Great is as great does. Being great isn't easy. I don't give advice. We'll have that one.
If you want Odysseus' greatness, you have to do it your own way. He was famous because of his cunning. What have you done?
I've traveled all the way here.
To see the ruins of Odysseus' life, not to live your own.
I should know better than to take advice from a mercenary.
Give her a slap. Cheeky little bitch. Yeah, we don't like her. Right, should we go and get this chest? And hopefully not get eaten by a shark on the way. We'll go and get this, if we can, without being killed. Oh, there's a manta ray, look. Thing. You can stay underwater for quite a long time, and a little bit later in the game there is actually a place where you can get Neptune's trident, and that we could do with those. I'm not going to bother looting all the other stuff. It's just fiddly little things that are not worth much, at the risk of being eaten. But yeah, you can get Neptune's trident, and that enables you to just breathe underwater all the time, which, I've got to be honest with you, you don't really need it. Right, so Talos has come over to this island, it seems. Let's have a little look at the map and see where he is. Shall we take him on? Right, he's over here then, with us. We could have a crack at him. We could kill Talos the Stonefist. I mean, we're level 4 now. He's only one level above us. And we also could do with picking up these couple of things as well. Now, those ancient tablets, you use them when you upgrade your ship. And the other thing, the Find Enigmata Ostrata, that's like a little puzzle. And it gives you a little bit of a riddle. And you solve the riddle and you find whatever it is that you're looking for. And it gives you things like the engravings that you put on the weapons. Now, I know that if I pick that one up, the answer to it is about there. So I can go and get that. Oh, there's one of my photos. Look, let's have a look at it. There we go. This is from a previous playthrough. Who am I? Am I Kassandra? Yes, I am. So that's my first playthrough. Alright, we'll be having a look at those as they pop up. Here's somebody else's. We'll have a quick look at that, if I can get it. Go on. Oh, whoops. Right, stop. Right, now go on it. There we are. Oh, that's not bad, is it? It's got two bits of love so far. I'll give it some love. There we go, fighting in the water in the sunset. That's pretty good, actually. I like that. We'll give that a heart for Vesper Rhombus. Quite a cool name too. Right then, let's have a little crack at this Talus dude. But first of all, we'll put on the little bit of armour that we found. It is going to be a tough fight, so there's a good chance I might die. What's the difference on these? That's 9. This is 10. That's warrior damage, and this is assassin damage. Right, I'm going to go for assassin damage. I'm hoping that we've got... Oh, we need to be level 5. I want that ability right there, but we can't have it yet. Can I go that to level 2? Nope. I'm going to go with a poison then. So we'll be taking this. So this turns my weapon into poison damage, which is going to help me, to be honest, in this fight. I don't know if I've got a weapon or not. I don't think I have. Well, I'll tell you what, I hate these heavy-bladed weapons. They're very, very slow, but the damage is so much more significant than what I've got at the moment that I'm gonna use. Excuse me, I'm gonna use it. So we're gonna go over and kill this dude. There he is, just there. That's the fella. But what we also want to do while we're up here, and we've got our cheeky little bird, is we want to find that. There it is. Look, I want to get that and the other thing as well, wherever the other thing is. Anyway, Talos is getting close. Here he is. Here he is. So we want to hide somewhere and get him so that we can do the assassination damage, because that's quite high damage. Come on. There we go.
I just want
Oh, fuck off. Oh, I've got to do this. Right, so now we've got poison. I'm going to give him a little bit of a kick. There we go. And that... Oh, he's going to get me. Oh, it's too slow with this big stick thing. Oh, she's way too slow. I can't use it. It's too slow. Right, I've got to change back to my sword. I'm never going to kill him with that. It's so slow. I know it does a lot more damage than my level 1 sword, but it's just too slow. I mean, by the time I've hit him, he's hit me already. So we've got to run away now and recuperate ourselves. If he gets me with an arrow, I will die. Oh no, I can't take much more. But I'm still coming for you. We'll go and get this thing. Come on, pick it up then. Interact. Oh, for some stupid reason, he won't let me pick it up. Maybe it's because I've got this bit of aggro. Right, I'm going to go up here and then hide. By hide, I mean kneel on the floor, like so. And now we're going to regenerate our health. And I'm going to climb on this wall and drop down on his head. Get back down. Just hide behind here for a bit longer. If he comes up here, we're going to kick him off. But if he doesn't come up here, he is coming up here, so we'll kick him off.
I'll make the acme off you and reduce the curse!
Right, see how much damage that does? It's beautiful, isn't it? So we'll be doing exactly the same again. Ah, yeah, you little bastard.
You should have turned down this bounty, Talos.
Well, there we go. So we've killed him, and he's got better stuff than we had. And we've been invited to the arena. We ain't going to go there. You don't go to the arena until you're about level 20 odd. Right, so he had a breastplate that's level 5, but by the time we get to level 5, we'll be able to use the DLC. At least we've killed him. We'll go and pick up those ancient tablets now, and we need to find the other thing before we go out of this zone. There is a reason that I'm still playing, and we've been on 2.5 hours. There is a certain point I'm going to get to, and then I'll stop. It'll be a nice stopping place for this video, so it's up there somewhere. Well, there's a chest, so we'll get that. And there is something else. There it is. That's what we're after, right there. So yeah, quite often kicking people off somewhere is the best way to kill them. But if someone is significantly stronger than you, when you kick them, they sort of wobble a bit on the edge, but they don't fall off. So you can't sort of like get away with killing people that are ridiculously high level just by booting them off, you know, somewhere that's high up. It doesn't let you do that. Right, so here's our little puzzle then. If you retrace the steps off Odysseus and take the path to the north, you'll find a goat farm in Ithaca, where he once met Athena. She helped him with a disguise to reclaim his wife and kill her suitors. Find your reward on a slaughtered goat. Right, so we're going to go and do that. Our reward, I think that chest is actually inside a little bit of a dungeon, so we don't want to do that. So we want to head north. It's not very far away, it's just a little goat farm just up here, which is quite handy actually, because there's a pig farm next to it, and you can kill them all in a pen and loot them all and get a lot of soft leather. The Cave of the Nymphs. Right, there's a couple of dudes here. Let's just mark them out. Right, so we've got this one I can drop down onto, and then we can fight them ones if we want. Shall we have a crack? I mean, he's going to die straight away, isn't he? Let's kill him. And they didn't notice. If we're quick, we can kill this one. Oh, we weren't quick enough. Come on round here, fella. Right, let's get poison blades. Right, when they're poisoned, they do less damage to you. Their armour is weakened. So yeah, doing the poison, and they also lose health over time. So the poison is a real help when you're in the lower levels. Let's get rid of it. Oh, Christ, I'm locked on. You get in there. I'm not running forever. I'm just over here. You're more than welcome to come and get me. You ain't got me at all, have you? Nope, I just want to jump down on top of your head because I do a lot more damage.
This is where you die.
Oh, they've got poison arrows because it was green, so you've got to be very wary of that. I'll tell you what. No, he's coming back, he's coming. Come on out. There we go. Right, so we can go and loot this chest. I don't think there's anything else in here. I think it's just this chest and that's it. I think it's quite easy as far as dungeons go. You can light your little light like that. Yeah, that's it. The Cave of the Nymphs. There weren't many nymphs in here, were they? It's complete. Just a couple of dudes outside guarding it. So, right, we're going to head... let's have a little look on the map, see where we are. I think it's about here then, the pig farm. So we're going to head to there. Bit of loot. Whoops. I'm going to change over to my actual weapon, just in case we bump into a wolf or something that we need to kill. Here it is. So we've got a pig farm, we've got a goat farm. So what we need is in the goat farm, but look at all these piggies here. Now, how easy was that? And look how much loot we get. And they don't attack you either. So we got 8 soft leather. I can't bother to kill any more pigs. Sorry, dude. I know, it was so bad of me. What can I say? I like bacon. So yeah, the goat one is just over the way. So the goat one's just here, and that's where we solve our little puzzle. It's on a slaughtered goat. I don't like it when it's too dark, so I'm going to meditate until daytime. go. That's better, isn't it? Oh, been attacked by a chicken. Jesus Christ, they do quite a lot of damage, these chickens. Look at my health. I'm nearly dead. I'm going to have to use my poison. Bastards. The chickens are very aggressive. They really are. Piss off. I'm not here to fight chickens. Right, but you do get soft leather from them. I'm not sure how. There's a bloody wolf there now. Right, I don't want to fight the wolf. I just want to claim the thing. Stay still. Oh Christ, I missed. Oh, bloody hell. I wasn't expecting them to be able to get up here. Right, our slaughtered goat is around here somewhere. I think that's it there. Oh no, that's just a person. Shit. Well, they make such a sad noise, don't they? But if I don't kill it, it's going to kill me. So unfortunately, it's got to go. Alright, so now we're looking for our sacrificed goat. I'm sure it was just here somewhere. Oh, she's lying on top of it or something. I do like that. It's a nice little touch. That is the wolf that we shot an arrow into. And we've just managed to get the arrow back, which is quite nice because you do run out of wood. For God's sake. I'll help you, dude. I'm just going to move her out of the way because I think it might be underneath her. No, it's not. Okay. We'll loot all this stuff. Aha, there it is. Okay, this is what we were looking for, this sacrificed goat here. So there we go, we solved the puzzle, and it's given us 2% damage with swords and daggers. And that increases. There will be another one that knocks it up to 4% and so on. So they're quite handy to go and find them, but you've got to actually put them on your weapons. So you go to a blacksmith and it will engrave your weapons of or your armour with this stuff. So there we go. That's everything that we need to do on this island. We don't ever need to come back here, that's it. There is other stuff you can do, but we really don't need to. So what we can do now is take advantage of our fast travel and whiz back over to here. This is where we've got to head to. This just here. So because we've activated this, we don't have to row the boat back across. And we are coming towards the end of the video. But they're going to be long ones on this series. I'm going to play for quite a while, but I am going to try and stick 2 main missions, not really so many side quests. No go fetch. It's just going to be the main stuff. Okay, that's where we need to head to over there. So we're just going to leap off. Now bear in mind there was quite a few side missions that we didn't bother picking up, we didn't do. There's another one there, that little exclamation mark in the gold triangle. There's a lot of stuff that you can do before this point that we have not done. But we're going to do this and progress with the story.
Kassandra? Good news, I hope.
Safe and sound.
Well done. And now the shroud is yours.
You don't want it? After all that?
I gained something more valuable today. For your troubles, Misthios.
If I knew any better, I'd think you were testing me.
Perhaps. You did well, Misthios. Tell me, how do you feel about killing a general in Megaris? Do this for me and earn double what you earned today. Are you up to the task? It would take you far away from Kefalonia. So far away you might never return.
Generals bleed like anyone else.
Good. What do you say?
Who is this general?
They call him the Wolf.
He'd do something to offend you?
Yes, he's costing me drachmi. He's not good for business.
Anything I should know about Megaris?
Only that it's the most valuable land in the Greek world. From a military perspective, of course. Unfortunately for Megarians, it has two very powerful neighbors who just can't seem to play nice. In the tug of war between Corinth and Athens, Megaris is their own.
Why me?
Because no one knows who you are. You're invisible.
I accept.
Splendid. You'll need a boat. You have one, don't you?
If I had a boat, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
A shame. It's too far of a swim, I'm afraid. Even for you.
I'll find one.
Good. I hope it's sturdy.
And why is that?
The seas are much more dangerous, I'm afraid. War is coming, and the wolf is on the wrong side.
And how do I know you're on the right side?
Because I'm the one paying you.
You won't be disappointed.
When your job in Megaris is done, come find me at Pilgrim's Landing in Phokis.
Right, time to level up. Right, each time you level up, you do get a new engraving. So this one was 2% health, which I could pop onto my armor. But if we go to a blacksmith, but what we can do now is we can use this armor that came with the DLC. So one of them is kind of more towards the assassination damage, and the other one is kind of more towards warrior damage. You can see at the bottom our current level of hunter, warrior or assassination damage, and as you hover over things it tells you how it's going to affect that, so how it's going to bump it up. Now if I pop over to my abilities, you'll see that for instance this kick does 200% warrior damage, so 200% of this damage right here, so it's going to do 66 damage. But if I put on this helmet, that goes up by 2, so it'll be 35, so it would do 70 damage. So that's kind of like how the dynamics of damage work. But the assassination damage is really, really high compared to the others. Now there is a skill that's now just unlocked, this one right here, where you throw your spear at somebody and it assassinates them, and you can chain it onto the next person as well, and it does 100% assassination damage when you do it. There is another skill, this one, which you can do at the first level. It does 60% assassination damage, but it's kind of like an assassination that you can use whilst you're fighting, so while you're in active conflict. You can use this skill, whereas normally if they've seen you, you can't use your assassination skill, so that does a massive amount of damage. That's kind of like your go-to damage dealer, so for that reason it's a really good idea to try and keep your assassination damage high, because this, doing 60% and then a bit later it goes higher as you level it up, that is the way you're going to take down most formidable foes compared to what you do to begin with. So I want this because it is absolutely brilliant. It's one of the most useful skills in the game. This as well is quite useful when you first start. It just blinds them, so you can jump in, do a bit of damage, blind them, you can run off and hide and they have no idea where you are, so that's quite handy. This one and this one is basically just making you just normal attacks stronger and your armor stronger, so getting those up to level 3 is also quite important. This one is also very important because that's your heal. When you use that, you heal for 25%. So I don't really want this, the poison. I would rather have that and that. So I am going to reset my abilities really nice and early on in the game. So I couldn't choose this ability before because it wasn't unlocked, but I'm going to take that one. I'm going to take the heal. And we have 2 left. I am going to take this because it also increases my assassination and knockdown damage by 20%, which is quite useful. So I'm going to take that. We could take it again now because we've hit level 5 and the increase goes up to 30% and crit damage is increased as well. So those things do help you. Can we take this? No, we need to progress further through the story. That doesn't really help us, does it? It doesn't tell us anything. So I'm going to keep this just because I like it. I do really like it. It's a lot of fun to do. And if you can get them to follow you up somewhere and you can kick them off, you do a lot of damage to them. So now we've got a heal, which is going to heal us for 25% of our health, which is handy. And we've also going to pop on our armour. So I am going to go for this set of armour. I'm going to go for the complete set. This does warrior damage as opposed to assassination damage. I mean, I did say I want my assassination high, but I also want my general damage high, and I'm going to be switching over to my spear, which we've now got over here, which this thing right here, which also is doing warrior damage. So we've bumped our warrior damage up. It's on 40. When we equip this, it's going to be doing 78 damage. So we're now an extra 78. So we're now on 118 damage with the spear. Keeps things at a distance, which is really nice. I think the spear and the daggers are the best weapons in the game. The daggers are really, really fast. A little bit later, you can get poison daggers, and the spear it is fast. It's a hell of a lot faster than all these heavy bladed weapons or the big hammers and things. But it also keeps them at a distance, which is really, really useful. So it's a very, very effective weapon, the spear is. So we are going to be using that. What we got on this sword? You do get as well, I don't know whether I've unlocked it yet, but you get the ability where it gives you additional adrenaline per hit, which is really quite handy. So there is a spear that you pick up later that when you hit people with it, it gives you adrenaline back at a much higher rate to normal. Now the way you do get your adrenaline back is through your spear. You don't get to see it yet. You get to see it in a little while. We do level our spear up and it gives us stuff. So that's kind of like the way you generate your health and the way you generate your adrenaline. But we don't get that till a little bit later. Right, now we're looking a little bit badass. So what we now need to do is go and have a chat to the dude about the boat. So let's pop on to our main quests. So we are going to go on for a little bit longer, but not too long. And that's just down on the boatyard, so just down here.
I need a boat. I should go see the shipbuilder. It's a fine ship, Telimanes.
Kassandra! She is that. Ready to ride the waves for the right captain and the right price.
What'll it take for you to part with her?
Oh, couldn't let her go for less than 100,000.
100,000? Who has that much?
Someone who's serious about buying a ship. You think craftsmanship like this is given away?
What if I told you I had obsidian to trade?
I tell you I still need 100,000 drachmi. Besides, even if I took your obsidian, a ship this size needs an army to sail it.
This is Kefalonia. I could always find someone down on their luck and willing to work for next to nothing to get off this island.
The seas are treacherous now. Well, more than usual. It would be suicide.
You're not being very helpful, Telimanes.
Not sure if this helps, but rumor has it the Cyclops is coming for you and Marcos.
Rumors mean nothing. Don't believe everything you hear.
Rumor also has it his ship is docked in Kleptus Bay.
His ship, you say? I'll have to pay Kleptus Bay a visit.
Be careful. That one-eyed brute has a nasty temper.
So I can take his ship and deal with the Cyclops at the same time. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Just before we get on the horse, we're going to go over to the blacksmith. And we're going to pop an inscription on our new set of armour. It's always worth having a look at what they've got for sale, because particularly, just whiz on down to the bottom, they very often have these. Now, it's going to be 1,000 drachmae, which I don't have, but you'll have a lot more than that usually, and they're much more valuable to you than the money. So whenever you come up to a blacksmith, make sure you pop on down and buy those. You can also buy these skins here, very expensive for that, for this stage of the game, so we're not going to be taking that. But it's always worth having a look, because sometimes they have a legendary weapon. But what we really want to do is just engrave what we've already got. So, see this here? 4% adrenaline per crit. So every time we do critical damage, we get 4% boost on our adrenaline. That's not really that great. We get adrenaline when we hit them anyway, but this is going to boost our assassination damage by 2%. Now the assassination damage is high, so 2% is a significant number, so we are going to pop that on. Doesn't cost much. You very, very rarely run out of the rare materials that you need to do these things, so it's certainly worth doing. And we're going to have a little look at engraving the other things as well. Now these stack, so if I put 2% assassination damage on here, that'll stack with what we've just done, so we're going to be boosting it by 4%. I'm going to stick with my spear, so I'm not too bothered about the 2% swords and daggers damage. This goes up as you kill things with them weapons. So once I've killed 50 enemy with my spear, I'll have a 2% damage on spears. And it goes up and up and up until all the little dots on the left-hand side are filled up. And then it's at, I don't know, probably about like 14% or something. And then to do this side and get it higher, you have to pay for that at a very special blacksmith that's up in the north of the map. But we're going to take this again. So we now have a 4% boost. And we can do it again, look. So that would take our boost up again. We've also got a 2% health that we could take, but I'm going to go with the assassination damage. And on our torso, we're going to do the same thing. And we got something else in here. I'm going to take the same one again. And the same one again. So we've now given our assassination. What did we do? Did we put it on everything? Did we put it on our spear? So we've put it on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of armour. Can't remember what we put on here. So we put it on there as well. So that's 6 things. So we've got a 12% increase in our assassination damage, which is a real nice boost. Thank you. So if we have a look now at our inventory, you'll see at the bottom there, our assassination damage is 1,146. So if you look at your skills, this here is going to do... does this do 100% assassination damage? I'm not sure if it does or not. I think it does. This thing here deals 100%. This is what I was thinking about. 100% assassination damage, and it does it twice because you bounce it onto somebody else. And that goes up to like... 3 people on its next upgrade, and then this skill here, which is 60% of all that damage we've just boosted. So that's why the assassination damage is so important. It's really powerful, it really is. So let's go get our dudes. Come on, where are you wandering off to? I need you. Get your legs out of that house. Right, so I'm now looking a little bit badass in my armour. Oh. I've got to say, we have been playing for quite a while, but the game hasn't even really started yet. The game doesn't start until after the missions we're about to do, and you can do a hell of a lot of stuff before this point that I haven't bothered with. So we could have gone and got that wood for that woman. There were many, many little side quests that we could have done. So there's a lot of fanning around before you get into the proper game. But that's what we're going to do. before we close down this video, we're going to get into the actual proper game. So we'll be finishing the little pre-game tutorial. And we'll end the video when the game properly starts. Which won't be too long. Right, we're going to send up Icarus to have a little look around. There is some more stuff up here. I knew I hadn't got it all. That's a secret passageway for you to sneak in. That's the other end of the secret passageway, so we could go in there and we'd come out up here.
Time to have a little chat.
And there's Cyclops. So you can see now that the little circle is just a tiny circle in the middle with a little cross in it, as opposed to what it was before, and that kind of tells you you've found everything in this area. So...
Better see what that was.
You had. You better come over here and see what it was with my superpowers of assassination. Come on then. Well, I can actually show you this skill. Although I'm not sure it would actually kill him. I'd much rather he came over. Come over. No. We're going to him. Yeah, it was enough. We're also going to let this dude out.
I never thought I'd be free.
Oh, you are, so you best run away before they catch you and kill you. You're going the wrong way, love. You're running into trouble. You'll be dead in seconds.
This used to be a nice village, but now it's just a nest of anarchy and crime.
Right, we're going to be going up top so we can drop down on top of them. Always a better option. I'm making quite a lot of noise. Doesn't seem to matter though.
Oh, the gods as my witness, I swear!
Which one?
What difference does it make? All of them, I swear, all of them!
I have never heard so much fucking god talk from one man in all my days.
Let him go.
No one on this island is allowed to say that word!
Did he say Cyclops? Did he hurt your feelings?
I don't like it when people call me that!
Oh, I didn't.
But you're so fat. I mean, big and strong. And you really do only have one eye.
My eye. Give it to me. Give it to me and I won't kill Marcos for having you steal it! Give it to me!
You want it? Go get it!
You're weak!
Impossible!
Oh, this was the big bad Cyclops that we were so worried about. I think in these situations it's always best just to get rid of the stragglers first, so that you can keep an eye on the big bad dude that's got a chance of killing you. Oh, for God's sake, I missed him. Oh, you little bastard.
Do you
even know what end of your weapon to hold?
Where did they all come from? Okay, that's evened it up a little bit. Oh, I missed.
This is your final!
Yeah, the spear really is your friend. It lets you keep them at a distance, and you've got to do that when they kill you so easily compared to how long it takes you to kill them. So yeah, you really do. Right. When you're on a loading screen, sometimes it pops up with a little tip or something like that. And one of the things that pops up while the game is loading is somewhere there is a goat with an obsidian eye in its ass. So I don't know whether you can find it. I don't know whether if you kill all the goats and loot them, whether you can get that eye back. I'd love to know. If you do know, please comment and let me know if anyone's still watching this incredibly long video. But yeah, that's something I'd love to find out. So I'm going to try and find the obsidian eye by killing every goat I can find on this island, but I won't be doing that on camera. But if I find it, I will most certainly let you know that I have. A talisman of Artemis, a quest item. Interesting. So there's a quest somewhere where I need that. Right, let's release this lovely dude.
We shouldn't delay here any further. Even rats like these have friends on Kefalonia.
By Zeus, these Kefalonian bandits are no joke. Good thing you're on my side. They really seem to fear you.
Everybody fears me. I am badass. That'll do. Right, you do know that we killed them all. We don't have to run away. They're all dead.
Can't thank you enough. After spending most of my life at sea, it would have been absolutely shameful to drown in a pot. Ah, where are my manners? I am Varnavas, captain of the Adrestia.
Well, Varnavas, I'm pleased to meet you. I'm Kassandra, Misthios by trade.
Oh, but you're much more than that, I'm sure.
What do you mean?
When they forced my head underwater, I prayed to the gods. And when they pulled it out, there you were.
You called, and I answered.
Many claim to have blood of the gods in their veins. You're the first I actually believe.
Where do you come from?
Everywhere, nowhere. The Adrestia is my home. But I was born in an olive grove in Mykonos. I haven't stepped foot there since I left for the military.
So, you're a soldier?
I was. My brothers and I were captains in the Athenian fleet. Until one night during a siege, Poseidon's fury destroyed our ships. That was the night I saw it.
It? What did you see?
The sea god commands more than just the winds and the waves when he truly unleashes his temper. I saw his beast, his murderous pet. Few believe me, but this dead eye is a permanent reminder. Punishment for looking on Poseidon's forbidden creature and living to tell the tale.
So why were those men attacking you?
Oh, you know the people here. No offense. I tell them a tale of my last voyage, and the next thing I know, they're acting like a bunch of savages.
What's tale could you tell that would make them so angry?
My last voyage, we found a man floating alone on a raft. Before he passed, he told us a tale to make your blood run cold. Something about a horrifying creature, ugly beyond description. I mentioned the words, one-eyed monster. Next thing I know, I'm drowning in a clay pot.
Yes, the Cyclops tends to take that personally. So, you have a ship?
Of course. Gods forbid I'd end up stuck in this place.
What is it now?
Thanks to you, it's still in Sami Harbor, where I left it.
Perhaps the fates brought us together after all. I'm in need of a ship, and a crew.
You saved my life. It would disgust the gods to not offer it in return.
So, that's a yes?
My ship, my crew, and my services are yours.
You truly aren't from around here.
Ha! Gods know! And I thank them for that! Come now and see the Adrestia!
We didn't loot that chest over there, look. Come on then, let's go get the ship. Where did he go? He disappeared quite quickly. Right, we're just going to have to go there by horse.
Ella.
Right, the horse can't follow the path yet, so we're going to have to ride there ourselves. I always miss those loot things.
They'll be watching for me. I need to be careful.
No, we don't need to be careful. We're not going anywhere near them. Thankfully that's not a killer chicken that's going to attack me. Little bastards they are. If you look inside these little kilns, there is actually a fire inside them, which I think is a really nice little touch.
We are ready when you are, Captain!
Wait! Wait for me, Kassandra! I'm all packed and everything.
You're coming, are you?
If you're going, I'm going.
Kefalonia is the only place you've ever known. You'd leave your home?
I would if it meant staying with you.
Can't go where I'm going. I need to be alone.
Who's going to keep you company?
I'll be fine.
If I can't come, then take Hara.
Hara?
My pet eagle. She's my friend. Mater gave her to me. But she'll be your friend now. And it'll be like I'm there with you. You know, to remind you of me.
Thanks, Phoebe.
But you have to promise we'll see each other again.
I promise. You haven't seen the last of me. Just stay out of trouble until then.
I will. Don't worry. Okay, you can leave now.
Kassandra! Leaving Kefalonia without saying goodbye to your dear Marcos? Tell me it isn't true.
Well, you're here now, so it won't be true. Goodbye, Marcos.
All these years as a dynamic duo! I'll never replace you! Well, I may need another assistant someday, but it won't be easy. Come now, give me a hug!
All right, come here.
Yes, bring it in. Oh, will I ever miss you, Kassandra?
Thanks, Marcos. I'll miss you too. And what does the future hold for you?
Wine, of course! Though you never know when the vines will wither. I'm always ready for another adventure. Speaking of adventure, I have a task for you, dear Phoebe.
An adventure? Yes!
Already following in your footsteps, isn't she, my friend?
Ready to set sail?
Prepare to cast off. It's time to leave.
Good! The tides wait for neither man nor woman.
Time to go.
So, what course do we set? Where in this big, beautiful world does the mighty Kassandra want to go?
Megaris.
Megaris? But we'll be sailing into war.
I got a contract for some general's head.
Whose head?
They call him the Wolf.
The Wolf? Who wants Nikolaos of Sparta dead?
Nikolaos of Sparta?
The Oracle has spoken! To prevent Sparta's fall, the child must fall first.
You can't let this happen! Please, he'll do no harm. He'll help us. He will lead us.
Silence!
Stop! No! You can't! No! No!
Murderer! She has
Dance her over!
Pay for her dishonor! For the life she has snuffed! She is not Spartan, Nikolaos!
Don't listen! Nikolaos! Don't listen! No! No! Don't listen! Nikolaos! Why?
Father!
Nikolaos! Stop! Nikolaos! No! Nikolaos! Nikolaos, look at me! Look at me, Nikolaos! Don't! Don't listen!
Your blood is tainted! Rid yourself of this poison!
Father!
For Sparta!
Father!
Oh, my baby! Kassandra! Kassandra!
Get me to Megaris. Now!
But I don't understand. Of all the places under Ilios, why risk our necks to go there?
The Wolf of Sparta is my father.
There we go, guys. This is Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Nothing like a sea.
We're going to be leaving it there. We'll be picking it up from this very point on the next video. So I hope that I don't blow this cutscene by not watching it right now. I'm pretty sure that I won't. We'll be fine. So I'm going to be quitting out to the title screen. And we'll be starting from here at the beginning of video number 2 of our playthrough. We are going to be focusing on the main missions because we did get a little bit sidetracked on this one, but I knew where, excuse me, I knew where the solutions were to those problems, and I knew it wasn't going to be much of a sidetrack, but we needed to get some decent armour because we were falling behind. So, leave comments, let me know if you played through with Alexios and what you think of the voice acting compared with Kassandra. I think she's significantly better. I really think he ruins the game, I really do. But he is pretty good later when he comes in as an NPC. Anyway guys, I will see you in the next instalment of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and once I've done this one, I've got Origins already and all the DLC for that, so I'm going to be having a look at that. I've also got the one in London. The only one I didn't buy is Black Flag, so which I probably will end up buying, but that's all for now. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.